as well. So chances are those countries are all going to jump. I gave a list of countries I thought were going to actually be involved in it too. I just feel like a couple of my points because I never even got to like. There's a bunch of points where the UN failed and is infiltrated by Hamas and whatnot. We never even got there because we never even got to talking about the alternative. He just kept saying, "Let's go back to the." I feel like that was kind of easy.
You know what? Then let's call whatever you were just talking about your mom, because she was pretty easy last night.
Oh, I got two
Hey.
dads, so you were gay now.
Oh, this is gonna be good. I need. I go on Qbot to do the debate thing, right? And that was when we had all the people come from like Twitch poll to Qbot, and I was like, listen, all of us are debate bros. Non-fun debate bro. Tyler debate bro. We're like JC here debate bro. Pentemple, I don't know, but the rest of us we're all debate bros, right? So like we're sitting here like we're getting here like interface whatever, and I was like, all right guys, y'all all think that y'all know what's best for America, and y'all are good at arguing with other people that also think that no, they know what's best for America. If we really want to convert people to one side or the other, you're not going to do it in the WWE that is the Twitch poll where everybody's going to come and have their favorites already and they're just watching to see each other dunk on each other. Where you're going to do it is where you have a bunch of normies that don't know shit. Right. And that's why, so when we got the coupon, like, that's how I sold it to all the people. So my whole concept here with this is to like basically do it like, can you convince the normies to your side one way or the other with like, and then with the debate aspect of, hey, don't be, who do you think won, kind of thing. Yeah. That's kind of my logic. I think it's been going pretty well.
Normies are convinced for bad and stupid reasons.
Well, hey, listen, they also still get the same vote as the rest of us though. So, hey.
I don't know. I was more saying like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. We went in some good routes and shit. It's just there's so much information and prep I did in terms of like alternative. I thought we were going to go down the route of like, okay, if it's not going to be Israel, the United States, or Hamas, who's it going to be? And I just like listed off all these other alternatives it could be and why it shouldn't be them. And we never touched any of that.
You should have hammered him. You should have hammered him.
He's pretty hardcore partisan on this issue.
When he said Lebanon, I like, if that had been me, I would have not let that shit go. I would have just been like, there's just like, so the last, like, whatever that Wick set that debate up with me for that Latin American guy, and he goes on the show we were on, he's like, oh, well, if you want an example of a good liberal Latin republic, look at Mexico. I was like, oh, Mexico's the good one. I like, that's, then you just hammer them when they say something like that. Just don't let them forget, because then no matter what else. It was a
question from the judge. If it was something he brought up to me, I'd say so. But a question from the judge that he was answering with a specific thing. Yeah, I probably could have hit him a little harder, but it wasn't in my argument. So I don't know. I felt
be adaptable, Papa.
I know. You're right. You're right. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Now we gotta wait for the women. Of course, we're waiting on the women.
Yeah, I know. It's good. Well, I guess we're starting at 9:45.
That's why you have to be a passport, bros, because that's how you talk about women.
my fiance's on time to watch.
Yeah, Tyler, don't say anything to get us all like
there was no sound
or whatever.
Yeah, I know. It only happened once.
I want my YouTube channel to exist. Please don't destroy it.
Happened once, and Wick is already forgiven.
You can say whatever on YouTube.
Yeah, they're all bigots there.
Oh, good. Well, I mean, that's the platform I want to be on. That and Kick. The one with all the wherever the racists are. Man. That's where I can be found.
Oh, Rumble! You got to start streaming a Rumble. You guys.
Oh wait, Rumble? Yeah, the Rob North special.
You don't want to be on Blue Sky?
I thought about doing the Rumble thing, but there's just like zero money in it.
Blue Sky's too liberal for me.
Did you watch last night, JC?
What? I'm sorry.
Did you watch last night?
Did I watch last night? No, I'm sorry. I was watching. I don't have a good excuse. I was watching Harry Potter with my wife.
That's a pretty fucking good excuse to me.
Okay, well then thanks. Yeah. Okay.
You mean worse Star Wars?
I love transphobia. She's my queen.
Bro, there's like those movies are. I don't know.
I'm a
I don't know
fan.
why,
Thanks-
but those movies
thanks for
lose
the,
color over time. Like the further you get in the franchise, the more gray they become.
It's supposed to be like that because it's getting doomier
I know,
and
but it's
gloomier.
ugly as fuck, and I hate it.
It is. Growing up with that series, though, like as those movies came out and became that, it was really cool to experience firsthand.
You remember when that one guy like drove past the Barnes and Noble and he got an early copy of like Half-Blood Prince and he like screamed that
do.
Snape killed Dumbledore?
I
Fucking
still
asshole.
mean that to this day.
That's funny.
Hello.
Howdy.
Had it.
Oh, Gibbs, guess what I'm building. What? Guess what I have? Ooh, why that looks like a Grey Knight's baby carrier.
Nice. Yeah, I'm working on my Void Dragon right now. I've got him like halfway glued
Oh,
together.
good luck with that.
Katya, we were just talking about how ironic it was that the
I've been
women were
taking
late.
it like little increments daily on
Yeah.
that one. That's the way to do it for sure.
How ironic is it that the women are late?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't late. I got here at 8:30. That's called on time.
That's true.
15 minutes is on time.
Sure.
15
Yeah,
minutes early is on time. Yeah,
Pentuple, technically Pentuple, you're still not here. We got a blue screen.
Yeah,
so-
Pentuple doesn't count.
do you mean?
Pentuple's an
Oh,
imaginary
my bad.
person.
He doesn't know how to do
Ooh.
OBS. You have to teach him too. He taught me last
I'm
week.
here.
Welcome.
Well, he's still not
I'm
using
still
the
waiting.
virtual camera.
Still waiting on at least one more person here before we keep this up.
Yeah, the
Oh,
smart.
yeah, this
Also,
person hates
I
me.
expect
hope
this
you
to get
know
very
that.
heated
We've had
tonight.
one interaction, and I'm pretty sure they hate me off of it if they remember it. So this will be interesting.
Who, the dum dum? The one that's still coming?
No,
Dum
y'all
dum.
have no idea what I'm talking about. I
Buckaroo.
got surprises. Surprises all around. Buckaroo's not surprised. But she's
I
here.
haven't
Wait,
Still
seen
waiting on
Bucker or anything for a hot minute, but hey.
Yeah, she did a good panel the other night with that
Really?
went on for like 6 hours.
Was that the Palestine thing or was this something else?
No, it was the men's one with the self-appointed incel people.
oh, man, ain't they the coolest?
Look, I think the Gazans need to put the PAL back in Palestine. You know, it'd be a little friendlier.
I want to put the
gotta get my
Ga
belt
back
out.
in Gaza and put a Ma right before that.
Oh god. Brother.
There we go. Look, I got my belt buckle.
And
I
a
got
cat.
my cowboy boots. I got my
Nice.
cat and my cowboy hat. God bless America.
Yeah,
How the
amen.
fuck-
Fuck
Girls
with
are
this
wrong.
stick.
Yeehaw.
There we go.
Now I want my cowboy
You're
hat.
choosing women without freedom? Okay.
I have fidget toys because I have autism.
Babe,
yeah, there you
Couple,
go.
I'm spamming your fucking chat. I can't even use shared chat because I'm banned in Pentuple.
Damn. That's because you're a dirty liberal, probably.
Pentuple,
Hey,
you're right.
No
literally-
dirty liberals
You're not
allowed in
allowed to
Pentuple
believe in
chat.
freedom of speech, that's why.
I haven't checked, but I wonder
I
if I'm
said,
bad.
I said two fucking things.
Did you say inappropriate?
None of them were. They weren't inappropriate at all. I didn't know. All I said, I can pull up the screenshots. Okay, listen. All I said, Pentuple. I still. By the way, if
See
anyone
Appealing
knows,
Live.
I don't know Sadie. I don't know Sadie is Pentuple's girlfriend or sister. I really do not
yeah.
know.
Who is this
She was
Sadie chick
streaming.
who is like all over your ass on Twitter too? She's annoying.
No, well,
That's just me. That's my alt.
Oh, okay, that
yeah,
makes
they
sense
he's
actually.
he actually has DID, you know, where he's got like multiple personalities. or
No, that
whatever.
makes sense.
You know, he dresses up sometimes.
Does it?
I mean, it makes as
Well,
much
he
sense
was
as any-
cross-dressing on stream, and I was banned in chat
Hot.
for
So,
saying
Sorry. Hold on.
yes, he did to Sadie. But
I invited the 4 people that I have into
Yeah, yeah.
Jesus, Gibbs.
So you gotta fix that Pentuple so we can get him in the shared chat.
I
What's
just
up?
learned about something.
Yeah, you gotta unmute him
Yes.
so we can get him in the
You're
shares.
so
I got
patriotic.
What did you learn about?
Yeah. She inspired me to get my cowboy hat or one of my mini cowboy
Oh,
hats.
Lord.
I'm not putting boots on though.
Although
'cause
I
it's-
might take off the boots because they
Yeah.
are really hot.
Yeah, well, see, I have the
They are
opposite
nice.
problem here because it is
Well,
it is
I got like the cheaper version.
it is cold and wet outside, and I don't know if you know
Yeah.
what leather does when it's cold and wet, but not good things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm a big boy.
Yeah,
we
I
don't
do
want
love
any
these.
of
I
those
got
things.
these when I was
happening.
in Texas.
Yeah,
I
the
got
greatest
the
description of
buckle.
all.
I got the buckle, the hat, and the boots all in
Did
one.
you go to like Fiesta or did you go like a Cavender's or what'd you do then?
I went to
That works.
Justin's.
Yeah, there you go. counters is solid. But I tell you what, I like to go to the what do they call them? The La Discotecas. You know, where they sell all the boots for the discotheque. That's the way to do it. But
Yeah, although
I'll
my
wait on-
hat is slightly too big because I had a sunburn when I got it, so I couldn't put it on tight as it needs to be.
All right, we have one other person to join us, but we'll just wait for them to be a surprise. We'll go ahead and start. Let me just make sure all my Twitch and everything is good. I think it is. All right. Welcome to another wonderful episode of Give Me a Break. We are here to discuss on this fantastic Valentine's Day Eve edition. What's wrong with America? Are the passport bros right? We got a couple passport bros. We got a couple normies and a couple women here today to yell at each other and decide if Western women have soured or not. So let's start this off. We'll start off with one of the passport bros, Average Debate Enjoyer.
Oh, sorry, I was still trying to get the group set up. I mean, there's a lot of talk about here on this particular subject, but a lot of it is like I go to more of the competitive markets to think about it like an economic equation where we're doing free trade, but with women. And the...
That was where I was going to go.
I already know tonight's going to be fucking started.
So,
It's gonna be great.
I'm trying to be serious. Come on. We're doing free trade with women. So what we're doing is looking at qualities and cultures and more than just limiting ourselves to this small pool of ratchet hoes in the United States that are single past 30. You know, because nobody wants to date a single mom with 2 kids that sleeps on a mattress and has stains on her fucking floor. So we're, as kings, we are going out, we're spreading our roots, and we're going to find what's best for us and our family. And I celebrate, even if my fellow kings here don't appreciate this view, I still respect it because you're a king and you can do whatever the hell you please. I love you. And for the broads or whatever, do we even need to hear from them?
Jesus.
Wonderful. This is
Well,
off to
considering
we
where's the
don't.
commodity.
No, we don't. Sorry.
fantastic. This is off to a wonderful start. Let's go to Buckaroo.
Yeah, I think passport bros seek out women from other countries because they've convinced themselves that women from other countries are going to be somehow easier to exploit. Okay, they want a subservient woman, which, big surprise, women everywhere have opinions and they can voice them anywhere. I think it's anti-American to seek out women from other countries just because you can't find a woman here that's willing to put up with your bullshit. Also, freedom of speech is good.
Fantastic.
Damn.
Let's go to non-fun.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
We all know, okay, I'm a globalist. Some might consider me a globalist, okay? I see no reason why we need to tariff the woman from other countries, okay? I think it's fine for men, you know, if even if they want a woman who is foreign because they believe they're more traditional. If you want to have a trad wife and they want to be a trad wife, fuck it, go for it, whatever. Obviously, like there are some issues with there's some criminal behavior, but like there's been Americans that have been murdered trying to do like some sex tourism shit. There are issues with potentially, you know, consent issues if you're going to these places and you're a lot richer than these third world country women if they're in an especially desperate position. So there are potential issues. I see no intrinsic problem with going to other countries to try to hook with them, but be careful and don't exploit people.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Pentuple. You're muted. Nobody can hear you.
I'm on a
Well
stream and
said.
I can't hear him.
Yeah, that's
I agree.
once
for
again, still nobody can hear you. Nobody can hear you, Pentuple.
There we go. My bad. I was muted.
That was
All right,
fantastic.
What we're really talking about here is this is an indictment of Western women. So on behalf of Western men, we're going to ask you here tonight, please stop the they-them stuff, stop the fat positivity stuff, stop the microbangs haircuts. That's the big one. These are the reasons that this discussion is even being had tonight. This is really, it's just an indictment of Western women. That's obviously the conversation. So if we could just meet in the middle and eliminate those 3 things, I think that this conversation would be solved.
Can I add something to my opening?
You
No,
wanna add-
how is that allowed?
I'd like to hereby
academic
indict
rigor of this
Western
debate needs to
men.
be
I
protected.
would just like to hereby indict Western men for being pussy-ass bitches. How
How
dare
dare
you?
you?
Didn't
And
ask.
and hate having
No.
the right
No, this is
of
not
your
passport
essence
for
human.
rebels.
Hold on,
Freedom
hold
of
on, all right,
speech,
Us going to get girls. This isn't about.
baby.
And we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this. Let's go to another woman on the panel here. She's I'm sure she's got her own opinions. Do you also want to indict men, Katya?
Do it.
I'm gonna
do it.
indict
Gotcha.
non-fun. Let me just address this by saying, yeah, I'm a bit overweight. I'm trying to lose weight. My pronouns are she, they, and it, so I'm sorry. But what I'm gonna say about this shit is
Don't apologize.
basically,
It's their fault.
hey,
Who's that?
I'm gonna agree that shit's a market out there. Okay, you know what? I may be a socialist, but I'm a market socialist. So I agree.
So
that,
is
you know
Hitler.
what? Okay.
Let her
God
talk.
bless. I'm gonna say that basically like you have to be offering something that somebody else is gonna want, okay? We're in a loneliness epidemic,
they're also-
and if a dude wants a woman who is dependent on him instead of, you know, raising his personal standards to meet somebody who might not necessarily need him, then he can do the following. He can lower his standards or shut the fuck up, and or, you know, talk to people in another country, because obviously if people want to immigrate here, you have another thing to offer, which is the ability to immigrate here under a, you know, visa where you're with an American. And if that's the case, I mean, you know, that's your way of creating more value in the market that you don't already have naturally. I mean, same thing with dudes that have a lot of fucking money, okay? Like, chicks that wouldn't be with them if they didn't have money would be with them. Same thing if they were American and they want to immigrate here. Chicks in other countries who wouldn't otherwise want to be with them would be with them because they're here. So as long as everybody's open about what they want and what their goals are and what their intentions are and what they expect, have at it, Rose. I don't know what to tell you. Just don't be dicks out there. Don't hide what you're trying to do.
All right, JC, and then we'll come to Modi here at the end here. JC?
Well, I'm married, so I'm glad I don't have to deal with any of this shit, because this sounds stressful as hell, y'all.
Where
In all
is it?
seriousness, I don't really see an issue with traveling to other countries to meet women, so long as you're not doing it to, like, skirt a law, like, certain countries that might have more lax restrictions around underage garbage. I do think that the weird, like, politicization of the only reason that people could be wanting to do this is because Western men and or women have somehow failed is cringe and needs to be discarded immediately. That's not, I don't see why this needs to be, like everything, a dumb political issue. And basically I'm just gonna be sitting back and listening to, I don't know what. I don't know. This panel stresses me out, and I kind of wish that I had called in sick.
Oh, Rosito, it's okay. Don't let the mean passport bros get you sick, JC. Because right now we also have a reverse passport bro. We have a man trying to get passported to the U.S. right here. Our very own Modi 201.
Oh,
Yeah, all right. Not sure what this show's about, but Gibb said there's going to be talks about sexy women. So I'm here to talk about. I want a fine American woman, 6'3" or above, because I want Amazonian kids. Okay, and if people don't want people coming to their country,
Who wants Angel Reese?
let me tell you, I'm actually gonna up the genetics of your country. Okay, because you know
sound British.
a
How is that
guy
possible?
and I'm not British. I'm
Wait.
American, quite frankly.
Not bad, not bad.
Let me tell you, if you cut me
Where-
open and put me on the
where-
table, I bleed red, white, and blue, okay? Let me tell you, with all these aim on the inside, I deserve to be American. You can't take this away from me.
Jesus. Okay, you
Do
know
you
what?
have
I take it
money?
back. He's a fucking American. If he's that fucking desperate.
Yeah.
about
Does he have money?
Yeah, if you're that entitled, come
Yeah.
on.
This
You're
man,
welcome.
nice American woman.
it. We can get rid of
those
that.
pants do
accent.
save money. Those pants save money
Never
right
mind
there.
then.
Yeah,
Never
I mean,
mind.
Unfortunately for him, and along with being married, I'm also 5'11" and not over 6'3", so it sucks to be me, I guess. Darn.
Oh.
Oh,
USA.
Rosito.
Yeah, I'm
Hey, you don't have
5'5".
the microbangs, so that's good.
That's beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah,
one
my
point.
forehead is way too short for the microbang. That's
So-
to cover your
Oh my
forehead.
God,
Why would I
mine
do
is
that?
too.
My
My
eyes
eyes
are
are
there.
history
What
of-
the fuck?
Womankind
Are we done with intros? Because I want to
Yeah.
stand up for like progressivism against this hyper conservative
Jesus.
Sure,
narrative. that women from other nations are these dumb automatons that have no agency. They're poor gold diggers that are just trying to cling on to their American green card. It's
Did anybody say
disgusting.
that?
And yes, I did hear that. It's disgusting. And I can see how much the women on
Really?
this panel
Who did you hear it
actually
from?
hate women. And what we see here
Facts.
tends to be the lowest
so no,
form
you
of
didn't.
competition amongst women,
Feminism.
where it's crabs in a barrel. Instead
No.
of propping yourself up and making yourself a better candidate, you drag other more viable women down because you're jealous and
Who is
petty.
he arguing against?
You
Does
are a
anybody know?
collector, and it disgusts me.
Katya?
It disgusts
Sorry,
me
did anybody
also.
say any of that?
I think
Yes.
Katya
Who
was
is it?
like,
No,
"Oh,
no,
you're going to them because you
Hold on.
can't rizz
Who's
up
not
American
here?
girls."
Hold on. All
That's
right.
why.
Sounds like he's arguing
Go ahead,
because
Parker.
he's arguing with someone who ain't even here.
No, he's arguing with Katya because Katya was saying like, "Oh, you're going to them
Shadowboxing.
because the American
Really?
girls
Did
who
she
have
say?
a brain know better."
say that.
No, I didn't say that.
You
I'm
said
saying
that?
that the dudes who
Well, let me ask
erroneously
you-
believe that the dudes who erroneously believe that the idea of like, oh, women in other countries are, they'll be dependent on me. That's like some passport bros who believe they'll be dependent on me. Oh, they won't be able to leave. Oh, they won't have a work visa, they won't have their own money, they won't be able to do this. If that's
Can I
what you
clarify?
want, you can
Well,
either
hold on.
do that shit under your own pretenses, or you
Can
can
I
fuck off.
clarify? I was addressing this. I was addressing
Hold on.
to anyone
Hold on.
that has exploitation
Hold on.
at all.
1 second here. We have actually
Oh,
a
so you're
foreigner
addressing
who
to
can-
people that aren't here.
Hold on. We have a foreigner who can speak for all foreigners. Modi here is a product of a very fantastic UK education system. Can you tell us the difference between a continent and a condiment?
Huh? Say again?
Yeah, I know that's my case. Clearly, foreigners.
Okay,
All right,
and
let
you are
educate
clearly
it.
the person of the American fucking order where you definitely know what a condiment is. Fat.
Yeah, he's right.
Ouch.
He's right.
Real face.
Right, just
Never
so,
mind,
like I
we're
said,
not letting you
I don't
in.
know.
Passport denied.
Let me tell you, brother, I could speak in that country, and I've done
You
it
have to
many
gain
times.
30 pounds to get into the U.S.
Sneaking into this country while white is not that much of an achievement.
Well, so does he.
Honestly,
You
I
gotta
would
be-
let you
you
into
gotta
our
have a
country.
little bit of
You look like a
brown
threat
to
to
that
the whole
skin.
nation,
That's
to be
That's
honest.
where you get the real difficulty.
JC, are you sure you look kind of like Destiny, bro? Are you sure
What
you're
the
not his orca?
fuck, Gibbs? Who is this guy?
Bro, true destiny
Not
closed
again,
allegations already. Let's go,
please.
JC. We did it.
He doesn't even know you, and
Yeah.
it's happening. It's happening, bro. What's
Please.
happening here?
Oh my
Let's
god.
go.
You
Let me
gotta
tell you-
start
hey,
committing. No,
let me
you
tell you- hey,
comparing
let me tell you,
people to
Destiny,
death.
Does
you
this
dated
mean I
Melina,
have
and
to
she was
start
an
sending
immigrant.
porn to people? Anybody want some
I hope
nudes?
not.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
I'm
Discount
out.
Wait,
Destiny.
I've got a statement real quick. So, who here likes the NBA? Does anyone like sports here?
Who likes
I know
the
it's hard.
WNBA?
Anyone like
Hell yeah,
Not
NBA.
crazy
let's go.
about the
Luka.
NBA.
None of you guys like
Luka.
sports?
Fire,
you guys
Nico.
you got to thank your stars that are people from other countries come to your country. Because look at Luca.
Facts.
He's a
Luka
fucking
Doncic,
star.
baby.
Without us,
Hell yeah.
and then all these other countries, you ain't got no LeBron James.
Nikola
you ain't got no
Jokic,
Michael
hell
Jordan.
yeah.
You ain't got
Who's
no.
Michael
Hey,
Jordan?
that's what I'm saying, boys. Hey, you want some good sports? Then you gotta have some good people, and that's us.
I mean,
We got Shohei
I mean,
Ohtani.
a true American would have referred to the great American pastime of baseball and all of the players
Well-
that we get from South America.
True.
You know, so
Who gives a fuck
clearly,
about
once again,
baseball?
you've demonstrated your
Who
inability
gives a fuck about
to be
Hold on, let's
patriotic
rephrase
towards
this.
this
He
country.
brings up. Hold on. Modi actually touched
Tom
on it.
Brady.
Hold
Hold on.
baseball.
Hold on.
Ohtani.
Hold on. Let me
Ohtani.
reframe this. Modi here actually brings
Notice
up.
how they came to talk about women and they decided to spend all their time talking about other men.
Sports
These are the men
ball.
who
We're
think they
talking
have to
about
leave the
one
country
woman,
to go
Lady
find women that
Liberty,
want
the
them.
only woman
Just to
that
be
matters.
clear.
If you're
Hold
gonna,
on.
by the way,
Hold
if
on.
you're gonna compare JC to anybody else, don't be like like a basic bitch and say
Oh,
Destiny. Like, you know what? Just say
Like
President
Jeffrey Dahmer?
Sunday.
No,
Like if
don't actually.
He's
No.
already basic
Okay,
bitch.
wait. Is that?
Who the fuck is
you are the
President
love
Sunday?
child
That
of
does feel-
President Sunday and what if autist?
Ew,
Okay, all right. Let me
please
reframe this.
don't.
Modi actually touched on a
I'd
good
rather
point
be
here.
Destiny.
With the leftists here, most of y'all, right? Y'all are generally pretty pro-immigration. How come y'all switch sides when it's the passport bros wanting to find a wife?
Switch sides. I just said tell them what
I'm-
you're about.
Or what is
Listen,
that?
I nodded when she said that.
Mm.
I
Honestly,
defended
I've-
most of the
I-
passport bros. I mean,
High key, if I was an American and I had women like you in my country, I would want to date out too. You guys suck. How about that? I'm just joshing around. Just fucking with you. You don't even like sports, bro. You guys
Honestly,
suck.
Look,
So
look. Even women in Europe have microbangs. Can we just focus on the real issues?
Yeah, have you seen
I
France?
think
Does
this is a
anybody
real
here have
issue. It's
True.
fucking
France is the biggest
hysterical.
one.
I don't even know
Biggest
what
microbangs
microbangs
defender.
are. I don't even know what microbangs are. What
They're
is
I used to have them.
You know what they are,
Bangs
Gibbs.
No.
go down to here.
know what they
They're
are,
bangs that
Gibbs.
go down to
Oh.
here.
And they're like that.
Yeah, that is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so every now and
There's
then,
like 2 women ever who have looked good in it.
every now and then, there's like
Yeah, like
you'll get
micro bangs.
you'll get like a black chick that has like a kind of like almost
Oh,
like
she gotta be
slapped to her
black.
forehead because it's a particular hairstyle with Southern black women, and that looks good sometimes. I
Whoa,
will say
whoa,
I
wait.
have seen
Okay, when
micro
black
bangs
women-
on
I don't
Southern
think for
black
a black
women
woman.
that look
Well,
good.
you have to
sometimes.
have a specific
I'll
size
picture a French
forehead for
woman.
it to work.
Yeah.
Have you,
If your
I picture
forehead
that
is too small or
6'3"
too big,
French
it don't
woman you were
work.
talking about earlier.
have you never seen any goth women, bro? All of them hoes look good with micro bangs.
Yo, some
I'm
girls
just
can
keeping
pull
it
it off. I'm
real.
not gonna say nobody. I'm not
I'm
gonna
just
say
saying,
nobody.
bro. Micro bangs are kind of cute with a huge honkers that you don't have to look at the bangs.
Alright.
You know what I mean?
Passport
So-
bro revoked.
I took this a little bit serious and just looked at some dating
Oh my
information,
God.
like dating
Tyler
app
brought
information.
stats to the meme topic.
A
of
little bit
course.
serious.
Tyler
Just-
brought
just-
stats to the passport bro.
I did.
debate.
I
Oh
did
my
listen to
God.
a bit as well.
Hey.
I did listen to a bit as well, and I saw there's like a.
All right, let's hear the stats. I'm
The
ready. to listen.
number one dating app preference for American men of all racial demographics is Asian women. And if you look at several Asian
Oh,
countries, the
facts.
number one
Why?
demographic that they try to date is white men. It's just who they find the most attractive.
That's how we
So,
talk about baby.
I think this
Actual
match
attraction.
is made in heaven, and my Filipino fiance is
Filipino,
just proof.
whoa.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
Filipina.
Let's
Filipina.
go, W Filipino. That's a
Sounds
real
like
man right there.
Sounds like a comparative advantage to me. That sounds bad.
And Amazon return policy, fantastic.
Let me tell you, open the borders, but only to Asians. I'm in.
Oh my God! Wait, what is the?
You're
UK's border
British, what the
policy?
fuck?
What is the British border policy right now?
I didn't even know we had a border, quite frankly.
Oh my God!
so
I know
now-
what you like, this guy Gibbs.
I'll say, hey, let me tell you, if they're women, let them in. That's all I'll say. What damage could they do?
I actually
What if
agree.
they?
Oh
The only
my
thing they're
God.
damaging are bank
Just drone
accounts.
strike
okay?
the men and the children.
government will
not
do
the
that
women.
anyway.
True.
I forgot that they don't got guns in the UK.
You know,
Ha!
women can control
Losers!
drones too. Just to be clear, it's just like a little beep 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 beep. beep, beep, beep,
You're
beep.
looking at a revolver right
Anybody
here,
can
you know
control
what
a
I'm
drone, man or woman. Just ask Kamala.
saying? I can't ask Kamala because
Bro.
she's not president.
Is a dishwasher
where is
considered a
she?
drone?
She's like dead. Oh my gosh! You
So-
can still
Yeah,
ask
she
somebody.
lost
I'm
the
not
election,
president
so she
either.
was
What is doing
executed.
right
That's
now?
the new
She's a
policy.
loser. We don't speak to losers.
Historically, women are known for droning on.
I don't
It's
get
not-
it.
Man, that's not a drone, that's a blender.
How many people here would do 90 Day Fiance?
I'm in the middle of that right now.
Really?
Well, I mean,
Jesus
not
Christ.
actually 90 Day
Oh,
Fiancé.
Like,
That's
is this
what
like
I
if you were
The visa.
hypothetically single?
I mean, well,
Yeah,
even
if
if
you
I
were
wasn't, would
hypothetically
I?
single,
would you
Probably
not?
not.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Would you-
hypothetically, if I was single.
Okay, hypothetically, right? If let's say Megan Fox was actually South African,
Nah,
you
she's
are an
a-
American man. Would you do 90 Day Fiance? And every single person here would say yes if they're a man. If you're not, you're a liar or you're gay.
What?
Megan Fox abuses her
Which
children.
means you
so-
are all not passport bros, because if the right woman came along, you would all drop your pants.
Yeah,
Mila Kunis should have
Well,
been
there
a
you
word
go.
used.
Oh, but hey, you are a passport bro until it doesn't appease you no more. You know
In
what
order
I'm
to do
saying?
so
90 Day
dumbfounded, I
Fiance,
don't
you have
even
to
know
be like
how
a
to
fiance.
begin.
It's true. Everyone's door is open until it's closed, right? Until
Facts.
like you're locked down, you're
There you
open
go.
to.
It's
Wait,
been
if you're
okay.
single on this panel, there's a non-zero chance you end up with a foreigner.
Wait,
Not
is
to
there a
scare
single
you.
is there a single person who actually is a passport bro, like who does not want women coming to their country, who are like other?
Who does not?
Wait, hold
What's the
on. Do
odds?
we even
I
know
don't
what
know
a...
what
getting,
it
he's
means.
We
bringing.
memed too,
Yeah, I know
too
what you mean,
close
but,
to the
like-
sun. We don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
Yeah,
Well,
I
hold
don't
on.
know
He's
what passport
asking-
bro is.
I'm
Passport,
marrying a
who's a
German, but that's just
passport?
coincidental because
Just
she went to
coincidental.
school here.
Oh, hold on. Is it coincidental? Is it coincidental or? is
Yeah,
there-
because I didn't go to Germany or look for like a German. She was just a student at the college I went to.
Yeah, same. It just happened to be on a dating app because the
We're not really
internet's like
passport bros.
yeah, the internet like closes the gap between human beings. Passport bro is kind of an outdated term.
What is
I
it?
was
It's
a passport
I
bro. I was
thought
like
that-
45,
Passport
still
bro is
freaking
people
out
who
about this shit.
self-identify
Like,
as
I
alright,
thought
alright,
Passport
alright.
Bro was like
Hold on, hold on,
specific.
hold on.
I thought Passport Bro was specifically like you travel to another country
They
to
do.
seek out women of
Yes.
a different like race or ethnicity.
in order.
Yes.
Online, you seek
Yeah,
out
but
somebody of a different
Hold on, hold on,
ethnicity
hold
to
on.
bring them
I
here.
didn't think it was just
Just
meeting
somebody in
someone of a
another
different
country.
race.
So apparently there's like a
Right.
newly developing issue of men specifically going to Warsaw seeking out women in Poland,
I don't know why. That's
which is
Well, I
like a
mean-
developing issue. It's a developing passport bro issue. So it's
there's a
not
reason
just
for that.
Yeah.
Other than the war,
I'm
you know what
saying
the reason is, right? Other than the war, Ukraine is ranked like most beautiful women worldwide, like every year when it comes out.
I'm just saying it's not just
picking up
about race and
Ukrainian
ethnicity.
refugees?
It's like specifically just countries that are different, and I wouldn't be surprised if a part of it was just countries where your money is worth more and where you think women have more traditional values and maybe more subservient,
wrong with
whether or
that?
not you're
If that's the
correct.
case,
So
what's wrong
hold on,
with that?
Well, this is
hold on,
like
I'm gonna-
abandoning your whole life in the
Hold
West.
on.
at that point.
I'm gonna move it somewhere. Non-Fawn just brought up something interesting, right? He says so they're marrying Ukrainian refugees, right? And then earlier someone brought up, I don't know who it was, brought up like the power like differential between, or you might have way more money than like say, I don't know, somebody in the islands in the Pacific, right? Like, is this like a bad thing? Is this necessarily a bad thing that these people are going to these refugee camps or these like these people that have had to move or go to these islands and they have like the money difference? Is that necessarily a bad thing, or is it
Honestly,
all?
not necessarily a
think it's
bad thing, but I could imagine a case where a woman is in such a desperate situation where like
I
consent
think
is
it's
not.
a problem if they're
I
being
think
brought
it's-
here.
Well,
If they're being brought here, it's
Fisher?
a big problem, right? Because if we're talking about somebody who's being brought here where they're going to lose their immigration status and get deported if they break up, or, people who come in here on, like, for example, fiance visas and they don't have a work permit, so they can't work. These people are in a situation where they could absolutely be took advantage of. Now, if people come into this, like, voluntary relationship knowing that this is a potential possibility, right? Then, I mean, they're adults. There's nothing I could do. But obviously, like, people have an issue with being deceptive. And if people are being deceptive, then I'll say it's morally wrong. But I'd say that's where the biggest problem is people who get brought to the U.S., right? Go ahead. Sorry.
Let's go to Buckaroo. She was trying to say
I just think it's suspicious if people are seeking out women who are like economically considerably unequal to them. It's one thing if you're seeking out a woman and there is income inequality in the relationship. I think it's a completely different thing if you're actively seeking out demographics of women that partially because of the economic equality.
What if you just prefer
inequality.
living in a more traditional lifestyle?
What about the agency of the
that's
women?
what I said.
Romeo
I think
Maybe
there's
it's
something
Yeah, I'm
well
okay.
aware that
So,
that's
If you
so,
didn't hear,
I'm-
if
so-
you guys did not hear the
one at a
argument
time,
I
one at a
made,
time.
if you didn't
Yeah,
hear
no,
the
I
argument
did.
I
I'm
made,
asking you
I
what's
think
wrong
there's
with that.
something
I'm
wrong
asking you what's wrong
with
with that. You said
seeking
you're
out-
suspicious. Why?
You asked me a question that doesn't fulfill the parameters that I just established with my statement. It is suspicious if you are seeking out women specifically for the income inequality.
Well, can I ask a question just for clarity? How is that any different than say like, I don't know, a gold digger? Like, isn't that the same thing but reverse?
I think it's basically, but that I do think there's something wrong with being a gold digger morally. I think that's also not a respectable behavior to partake in. I think it's wrong to be seeking out somebody just for the inequality of your bank accounts. I think that's wrong. Either side. I think and that's why I say I think it's suspicious when you're seeking out women specifically because of the income inequality, because at least from my perspective, it seems like there's some sort of benefit to having some sort of economic leverage.
Yeah, just be lonely. So these lonely old men are actually.
You think you have to be lonely to not actively seek out
Yeah, just
more women?
no. Just be lonely. Don't
You think-
use
you
your
think
advantages here.
Those are your two options. Seek
Even
out
though
women
most
who are
women,
poor,
even
or
though most
seek-
women
or
go
just be
after
lonely.
financially secure
just
men
have
as like a
fucking job.
staple, it's okay when women do it, but if guys consider it, no, these men are the
Did you
victims,
not
and
just
these
hear me
gold
say I
diggers
think it's
are
wrong to
predatory.
be a gold
They
digger?
are predatory upon these poor kings that need somebody
Did you
to
not
speak
just
up
hear
for.
me say
I'm
I think
speaking
it's
up for
wrong
my
to be a gold
kings.
digger?
I am
Oh yeah, you're
speaking
saying
up for
dumb
my kings
shit
right now.
as if you didn't hear the words that just came out of my mouth.
gosh, she's
You
just
seem like
rambling.
somebody
Can
who's like
somebody feed her?
only
somebody
incapable of
feed
hearing
her?
words.
Hold on. All right.
This guy's fucking
Modi.
annoying.
Bodie, did you you raised your hand there? Say something. Did you want to say? Oh, he's went deaf. And of course, probably when I would go to Yeah, okay, go ahead, Patel. You were laughing. And what are your thoughts there?
Dude, I'm having a great time. You guys are all making fantastic
Me too,
arguments. This is
buddy.
like the most. This is a great debate. I just think people can do whatever they want, right? I mean, like, what is gold digging if not just going for someone who can offer you more? Isn't that always a good thing to be able to offer a woman more? I don't know. Like, how do you define gold digger?
Right, exactly.
Like
That's what I
I
was
said, I think
actually
it's
going to
people who
say.
seek out.
I
mean, I feel
gonna say as long as you disclose what you're looking for and what your expectations are. If you're a gold digger, if you're looking for somebody who's not in an economic status that you are, then I mean, as long as you are open about it. The problem is deception. Don't deceive nobody. Go ahead. Sorry.
Let's go to Modi now that you're undeafened here. Go ahead. Did you have thoughts here? You raised your hand a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, could you just so I know exactly what I'm answering, you could just reiterate the question.
Gold digging versus is it any different really than say like these guys picking up these girls that are broke in the South Asian scene?
I mean, not really, bro. I mean, listen, if I wanted to date a woman for her money, I wouldn't have to tell her that because eventually I might fall in love with her because of her money. You know what I mean? Maybe money is actually a personality trait that I am really attracted to. Like, would I go up to a woman and say, what is your type? Maybe some women don't want to say they don't like short guys because they don't want to be perceived as mean. Maybe I don't want to be perceived as broke because I like women who have money. Okay? So at the end of the day, gold digging is if you're good at it, it's not gold digging, it's just called being, good at your craft, being a good social person. Yeah, you have money and I deserve it because you are so stupid with that money and you gave it to me. So essentially, deception is fine because if the person that you are deceiving cannot
is a
accept the fact that
natural
you are
market
deceiving
force.
them, listen, bro, if you cannot see,
It's just
if
the
you got all
game,
this
baby.
money in
Gold
the world,
digging is a
like you're saying,
natural
the game, bro,
transitory
you've got-
force in the
you've got all-
market.
Let me finish my speech here, Destiny, okay? Listen, at the end of the day, you sit here, right, and you got all this money, you've got all this smarts, you're a lawyer, you're a businessman, wherever you are, right, you've got all this money, and you cannot see that a person is deceiving you, then you deserve to lose that money to someone like me who is willing to risk it all, and that's it. That's facts.
Is your last name Biden?
Believe me, I'm just biding my time to fuck your women.
Buckaroo, you seem to object to some of that before we went to voting. What were you saying? What were your thoughts?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't
If she
remember the point
loves
that I
him,
was
is she
making.
a gold
This is the
digger?
best debate panel ever.
Isn't she only a
No.
gold digger if she doesn't love him?
I already said I just think it's wrong to seek out people specifically because you're motivated by income inequality.
Cool.
I
But
think
don't
if
you
there's
try to do that when you avoid people who are broke?
if you see it, no. If you heard what I said, it's seeking out people because of the income inequality. If you don't understand what I mean by that,
Yeah, I
can
think everybody
rephrase
here
it.
agrees
Do you
that'd
understand
be
my
weird.
No,
point?
I'm saying, does
Yep,
that go the
everybody
other
here
way
agrees that's
down into
weird.
like
Thank you.
the very poor? Like, if you're avoiding the poor, you're preferring people who are in the middle
Did I
class.
say you
over
should
people
avoid the
who are in
poor, or did I
poverty.
say that you shouldn't seek
No,
out
that's why I'm
people
asking you to
specifically
clarify. I don't know why
because
it's
of
like,
it?
what do you want, like a point?
My whole position is in the
Clarify.
sentence. No, that's my point. My whole position is that sentence. No, you don't have to avoid poor people. No, you don't have to avoid rich people. No, you don't have to avoid living somewhere that you enjoy living just because your money is worth more there. No, you can't. You can't just stop being rich because you're seeking out women who aren't rich. I don't know how else to say. My whole position on that point has been stated repeatedly. Y'all are dumb if you can't grasp
Does
that.
anybody else
He hates
wait?
maths.
Does anybody else
Okay.
kind of vaguely remember Buckaroo saying in her intro that they do this to seek out women of that are more submissive or more
Right.
traditional or whatever? And now it seems
Well,
like
some people
now
do.
it seems
Well,
like
no,
we're gonna
is
hold
that
on
they
a
mislead
second because that
themselves. They
position's kind
mislead
of hard to
themselves
defend.
to
So we're
believe
gonna go to
that.
the one where it's
That's not the
economic
position that I
inequality.
said.
That one's way
That's you
easier to defend.
misremembering what I said.
Okay.
Well, don't you think that people? Sorry, go ahead.
We're going to continue, then we're going to Modi. Go ahead.
Don't you think that some people, I mean, especially passport bros, a lot of the people who self-identify as passport bros, right, are using their economic status that is advanced over these women to obtain, right, a woman who is going to be subservient to them. Now, if that's something that somebody wants, it sucks that the majority of them are going to be unethical about it and are not going to be, taking this as kind of a voluntarious relationship, and I'm going to be like, no, I love you. This is just my values. It's okay. It doesn't have anything to do with money, blah, 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 even though it does. But yeah, that's what a lot of the actual passport bros think. I think you're not a passport bro if you just meet another person who tends to be in another country, or you meet somebody at your college and they're in Germany. Like, that's not really a passport bro, because you're not seeking this out for some perceived advantage that you feel like you can't get in the United States.
Look, I think that there's a little bit of an element to this in
Hold on.
all guys. Oh, sorry.
Let's go. Yeah, we're gonna go to Bodie, and we'll go to you.
No, I was just gonna ask about is it Big Papa? Like, have you ever dated someone who is like lower income than you?
Yeah.
Then it's
Predator.
hypocritical. I feel like it's a bit hypocritical. that
No,
you're
this
saying
is
all that then.
stupid. That's not. No,
It's
please
not
don't,
hypocritical.
guys.
That's not what
Guys,
she
wait a
said.
minute, wait a minute. You will trigger the
No,
fuck out of
listen to
her,
my
and she'll start
opening.
ranting again. She was saying if you target someone for, if
Oh,
she had
let her answer.
specifically dated someone poorer than her, that's what she doesn't like. Except that's not what she doesn't like. She already retreated from the earlier position. But please, for the love of fucking
I
God,
didn't
do
realize-
not make
I
dumb,
realized I didn't- Well, what I
stupid
said
statements about
earlier-
her position, or she'll rant for another 5 minutes and we'll never get anywhere.
It'll be
What
it'll be
about-
okay.
what-
It'll be
what
okay,
if I
JC.
wanted to
Well,
rant for
she's
5
perfectly.
minutes, JC?
Huh?
You go ahead and
Yeah.
ask me that question.
Maybe I want to.
You guys are right.
Okay, fair
What a
enough.
sim-
Yeah, okay, go for it.
What a sim-
Hold on. Yeah, listen.
I've got a question.
I will
Ask that
moderate
question to
JC.
JC.
Who was that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
I
Buckaroo.
didn't
Answer.
ask you that question, JC.
Wait,
Yeah, go ahead. You feel free to answer, Buckaroo.
no. Who's he asking?
No, what I said earlier, if you remember correctly, what I said was that passport bros sometimes seek out women in other countries, especially in Southeast Asian countries, because they believe the women wrongfully to be submissive. Not because I think they are, but because there are a lot of passport bros who admit to seek out women from these countries because they believe them to be submissive.
Okay, just let's clear that up there real quick.
All right,
Okay.
go ahead.
I got a few things. I want to kind of drop the meme for a minute. We've been having a lot of fun, but I want to say this is kind of unrealistic for most dudes in that it's not that they can't get women in the United States or that they're seeking out economically deprived women. It's more that they could probably pull any slag or slam hog in the United States that's a 6 any day. Like, there's young guys that have some like anxiety issues or whatnot, but for the most part, dudes, they can rope in one of those dumb bras with ease. The fact is, when you go somewhere where there's a low supply and a high demand for men, like a war-torn country right outside Ukraine, you can get yourself a nice 9, and she's gonna have cooking and cleaning skills leveled up too. So like, you really get your pick of the litter. It's not about the fact that you can't get it. It's the fact that you can upgrade like so easily for less. It's like smart shopping. Are you going to go to Aldi's or are you going to go to fucking Costco and spend half for double? Come on, let's be smart
Yeah,
here.
I mean, being
I
smart,
guess
being
my problem is that
exploitative,
Depends on how many people you're trying
that
to
does
feed,
sound
I guess.
inherently
One at a time. One at a
exploitative.
time.
But on top of that, I just take issue with the idea of like addressing any of this like a market as if they aren't individuals at the end of the day.
So
it does
You,
feel
you can't just
weird.
assume you're going to find
Oh,
some woman in another country who's going to like you. You can't just assume
yeah.
that because because you're big ticket, you're like walking in and they're all going to fall at your knees.
No,
They're
I
still
kinda
human
wanna-
beings at the end of the day, which is a part of my complaint about passport bros across the board.
Yeah, I want to
It's not
challenge
just
your.
income disparities; it's also height disparities. You can go
Well-
to some countries and we're like way taller. That's
I
like
wanna
I'm sorry,
challenge-
buddy. You're
I
not
wanna
getting your
challenge this real
6'3"
quick. Hold on.
goddess in America. You
Hold on,
shop
let me
somewhere
challenge-
else.
Let me challenge this
Hold on.
financial
One
thing.
at a time. One at a time. One at a time.
I want to challenge this financial thing real quick because in the United States, I know a lot of women base their decision of what man they're going to marry based on his financial situation, financial stability, making sure he has good income, a house, equity, things like that. Guys that don't have their shit together financially, don't have savings in the bank, et cetera, usually get married much less often, and they're generally less attractive to women. I don't think it's bad to look for somebody who's in a good economic bracket because they make good decisions. It's usually a good indicator that they make good decisions in their life. And I'm with you on dating down, seeking poor people. Poor people disgust me, and I would never date one under any
Thanks.
circumstances. So I'm 100% with you.
Okay. That's interesting.
You already know my position.
Let me just change this a little bit. All right. So
What did he say?
yeah. So okay. Poor people discuss this guy, right? Cool. I have seen, there's the red pill. There's a bunch of these guys. They're all over TikTok. You might have seen them. They're all talking about, you got to get your Bugatti, all this stuff, right? They go to the club. They're like, then they complain they only can find a certain kind of woman. Well, isn't it kind of the same thing here in the United States already? Why is there a substantive difference like there at the outrage over men going and getting foreign wives whenever we basically are doing the same thing here? Men are going to the club and people are dating based off like, oh, is this guy broke? Is this guy whatever? Oh, why is this such an outrageous thing to most people?
Could you say that in simple terms? I just didn't understand that question.
Yeah. So why is it okay to date based off economics in America at the bar? Like, oh, that guy looks like a broke bitch, and we could versus
Latinas in San Antonio.
yes, versus Latinas in San Antonio. Yeah, like okay, basically, yeah. So like, go ahead, Bodhi, why don't you go ahead and start with that, and then we'll go to Kathy here.
Why is it okay to like go to a bar and say it? And then
why is it fine?
Comparable to why is it okay? So why? I mean, to be honest, it's not okay. Like if someone ever like goes to a bar and says, you know what, I'm not gonna date that dude because he is broke as fuck. First of all, that's racist against broke people, and I think that really needs to be, I think that needs to be a new protected class. Being broke is quite hard, and
classism, Bodhi, it exists. Classism. That's what
With
it's
Tyler
called.
on this one.
Okay,
Get a job.
First of all, classism sucks. Second of all, bro, you live in a prison cell. With
Bro, I own a fucking house. I'm married.
They are protected class. Make sure
You're
there's no
dreaming about
copper
imaginary
protection, 'cause they'll
American
find
women.
someone for crack.
Let me tell you, bro. Batman ain't gonna protect you from this ass whooping if you keep talking, JC. Okay. You can live in your
Don't we
comic books, I
always
live in the
discriminate
real world.
guys,
If you
guys.
both out
Like
bar,
health.
they wouldn't date you because you're ugly. At least I
I'm
can change
fucking
people.
married, you retard. What are you talking about?
Listen, I'm married to the game, and your wife is not loyal. Melina wants me.
Oh.
Hey, yo.
Lord have
I'm
mercy.
gonna.
I
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go
We
to
do
KFC
just-
now.
Yeah, because he's quite an American, KFC.
More
Colonel-
American
Colonel,
than you
big
are,
fan.
buddy. At least for now.
Go ahead, Katya.
God willing.
Go ahead.
So, I mean, you mentioned the difference between going after women who have whatever economic status or whatever status here versus abroad. I think the main difference comes when you're trying to bring people to the United States, right? That's when a lot of the exploitation can happen. If somebody's still at home, somebody's still where they are, able to be at, and their, status in the country is not tenuous, there's not that disparity. But obviously, when we talk about bringing people to the United States, then we have a situation where if people break up, then they might lose their immigration status. They might not be able to work, so they might not have anybody to support them if they're not in this relationship. Then we get into an unequal situation, which is why I feel like if people are going to enter those situations, they should absolutely be honest about all factors and all expectations before somebody gets on a plane and comes to the U.S. Otherwise, it's kind of predatory. Now, if somebody wants a submissive trad wife or whatever, and they say that before the person comes to the U.S., and the person's like, okay, I'm going to be a submissive trad wife in exchange for coming to the United States and your green card, okay, have at it. Good for you. Like, I don't know what to say. But, if people are being deceptive, that's the biggest problem I have.
I'm with
Yep, go ahead,
Katya on
sorry.
all of that.
Well, that's
As most
true in
sane
every
people are, yeah.
circumstance ever, not just passport bros. I mean, if you're like, like literally any situation, if someone's being dishonest and manipulative, that's bad, even in like the most awesome things. So
Well, everything but Katya's
I mean,
trying to say there's
passport
nothing
bros
inherently
bad.
bad about that
The most
lifestyle,
awesome thing.
like desiring that traditional lifestyle, and that maybe implying that some people on the panel might think that there is something bad about that kind of lifestyle. But I think we already cleared that up, so we're all good.
Well, I'm curious from the people on the panel who think that it's bad for girls to be gold diggers or that there's an ethical thing. Don't we do the same thing? We discriminate based on like health. Like if someone's unhealthy or someone is like healthy, that's something that factors in maybe subconsciously, but definitely factors into your dating decisions. And that's probably less controlled by a person. A person who's got wealth can show like stability. That's like, there's actually something about that you can learn about the person. Not always, but generally speaking. Is it not fair to just consider those elements when you're dating, just like any other element that is involved? I mean, people consider like your reputation in your community. That's like kind of random sometimes. Like why is it bad to seek out a good wealth or good health?
Keep things in consideration. I just think when you're actively seeking out like one specific quality because you have some sort of what I would say is a misunderstanding as to what that quality means about an individual, or because you're seeking out you like the more materialistic aspects of a relationship, I would just say that's not something worth seeking out. This is kind of a moralistic position that I have here, but I think, there's more to a person than just that one factor. And if you're defining them just by how much money they make or just by their health, there are other reasons why somebody's health might come into play that are about the time that you actually spend together, that aren't just about, well, they're just unhealthy, so I don't like it. It's like, well, maybe it's because you guys don't do the same shit. Maybe it's because
Well,
you
yeah,
guys
like
don't have enough in common.
Jack dudes
But
at
I
the
wouldn't
bar do
argue
well.
that's just defined by their health. I would argue that's defined by a lot more than that.
Let me ask
Well,
this
health
then, because this
can-
seems to be a debate that we're kind of micro debate we're having right here. Is what preferences are acceptable? Because it seems like certain preferences are like up for debate, like morally, right? Like gold digging, or like in the reverse, be like trapping somebody on vacation, like baby trapping them, or like making them bring them back, or there's all sorts of these things. What are these preferences like that are acceptable versus not acceptable? Like, are we in agreement on what sort of preferences are okay? Is like height fine, but like money is not? Like, what is the lines here?
Love is love.
Careful,
Love is
Pentuple.
love, and I won't
Careful. You're
hear it.
sounding a bit like Bosch there. Careful now.
Yo, Gibbs, you want some chicken, bro?
cute.
Gibbs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if anyone
I just think
thinks that
it's
it's not okay to have a preference for money in general. I just think that there's kind of a issue if you're trying to intentionally like seek out someone who is poor because you think you can control them, or you're trying to intentionally seek out someone who is rich because you're trying to take their money without like actually loving them. Like that's the issue, I believe.
But how do you know the rich person doesn't just want someone that'll, be all flashy and look at me? They want that
If
hot
they
wife.
do,
Yeah,
that's
so,
fine.
like,
Even if
what
you're
about
clear
the
about
six-
that, I don't
well,
think there's
again,
an
like
issue.
they can still get a hot wife that likes being flashy, that isn't going to, use this one aspect of like their
Wait, can
complex
they?
being as a person as
Well,
I mean,
Didn't
I
we
just think
earlier
it's
on the
wrong.
panel
Like
say
I
old
said,
men
this
have
is
to
like a
use money
moralistic
to get
position that I
bitches?
have. I just think
Didn't we
it's
literally
wrong
say that
to
earlier?
define anybody by one.
What's wrong with like a consenting adults though making a transaction? Like, hey, I don't want to love you. I want to pay your poor ass to come over here and blow me. And
Well, that
if
sounds
you're
like
a consenting
prostitution.
adult-
That'd be what's wrong with it. Is
yeah,
it's a crime.
isn't that what
Necessarily
like?
just
Isn't that
right
something
now.
we're all for?
What's
Isn't that
the
Wait,
real
well, are we
difference
all for
between a wife and a
prostitution? I don't think
prostitute?
that's what we're asking. Hold on. Let's not go down there. I don't think we're all.
Careful now, Tyler.
We're all. Hold on.
This
let's
is
not
it.
do
This is
that.
the band plan that he's got for all of us.
Yeah, I see that. Listen, go ahead, Modi. What do you got thoughts here? What preferences are allowable and what are not? And then whatever
was
you were
just-
going to say while your chicken was eating.
What preferences allowable? I wasn't here for the question. I'm about to say
Yeah.
something else, though.
But go ahead, say whatever you want.
Microbangs,
But I was
yes or
just going to
no?
say, essentially, just get some
Yes.
core points so everyone knows where I stand. Broke people will always hate people with money. And broke or rich, everyone deserves love. And anyone can make money and improve their life. Because if you date a broke, but if a man dates a broke person as well, say if I dated a woman who's broke and we argued, I'm gonna hold that money over her head till day's end, baby. So money is toxic. At the end of the day, you need to be dating for height, and how good that pussy grips.
But then you can physically hold things over her head. Like, it's just as toxic.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll hold this dick
Maybe
over
that's
her
why
head.
he
That's
wants
the only
it.
thing you need. Yeah, maybe I want a dangled cock over heads. That's all I want to do.
Oh my god.
Yours dangles?
Mine dangles, bro.
Gross.
Why do you think I'm coming to the USA, man?
We can't.
I
I'm
let-
trying to improve I'm trying to improve the genetic
we
pool,
can't
you know
let
what
the
I'm saying?
dangle gene infect the gene pool.
If you guys, if
Yeah.
people watch porn here, they call me Jason Bruv. That's like, hey,
no
you guys get that? You know,
No danglers in the U.S., please.
No dangler. All right, moving on from the danglers. Yeah, I mean, I think okay. I guess I would say there is a pretty hefty distinction between trying to find a partner in another country and a prostitute, as Tyler would like to
I'd
put
say
it here.
so.
Are we pro-sex
It's pretty
here?
sad that this is the safer combo for the night.
Hefty
But let's move to that one.
distinction.
Yeah, hefty distinction. Is it a bad to have transactional relationships? Is that a major part? Katya, go ahead.
I'm gonna say, here's my, my sociopath take. All relationships are transactional. The pros have to outweigh the cons for you to stay in the relationship. It's just that,
transactional.
stuff like, okay, Lord, okay. It's just like stuff that, getting along and, being really good with each other and love is part of the transaction sometimes. Like, for example, me and my partner, we started dating when we were both in high school, and my family is like, decently wealthy, but his family was in extreme poverty, but we are best friends, and that worked out just fine. So stuff like that, money is like not a factor, or stuff like height or whatever the fuck else, he's taller than me anyways, but is not a factor. in cases where you have another factor that outweighs it, like, hey, you're best friends. Hey, you really get along. Hey, you have the same hobbies. Hey, you love each other. But if those things aren't there, then something else has to step in, like people who are in, a relationship for, I want you for your attractiveness, you want me for the money. Like, I mean, it's a transactional relationship, but if you both know you're in it for those reasons, then I'm pretty voluntarist. Like, have at it. If you're consenting adults, go for it. Don't know what to tell you.
Anybody object to this opinion?
I'm not completely against that.
I object.
Why do you object, Tyler? You
I don't think every relationship's transactional. This makes it seem like, oh, if it's like a net negative, you get out of the relationship, but like that certainly doesn't apply with family. And I think when we're talking about significant others and dating, eventually that is family.
Well, wait,
like
the
your
benefit
spouse
the
is
benefit
from
you
your
get
family,
from
right?
family
Choose to date.
Can
When you
apply to
choose date.
family.
the benefit you get from
Not when you have
family
ties,
is in-group
that's different.
in-group favoritism.
Well, what if you're married? Isn't that family? Was that different than family to you?
Right, but I'm talking more when people are starting a relationship, right? Stuff is more transactional when people are starting a relationship if they desire to stay in a relationship. Obviously, people get more ties and stuff gets more complicated. But in the beginning, right, it's like kind of, okay, here's what I bring to the table, here's what you bring to the table. Like when you first start out in a relationship, like what else do you have? You don't have history.
I repeal my objection.
Overruled. Restate it. Suffer.
I don't believe.
All right, fuck you, Kanye.
I don't believe everything is transactional. Because what if you have nothing to give?
This dick.
Get good.
Well, then you can fucking.
I think that-
it's
you
called
don't
raise your
oversee.
game. Raise your
I think
game.
That's how
Go to
we get
Gibb.
here, baby.
Okay. You know, if someone was like attacking me.
Filipinameneat.com.
Hey, I said I have nothing to give. Everyone's like attacking me instantly. It's not transactional, bro. This is all coming one way. Okay, which furthers my point. Broke eats the rich. You know what I'm saying?
So, I mean, I wouldn't agree that every relationship is transactional, but what about the transaction of you can become an American citizen and then you marry your brother to commit immigration fraud to bring him in like Ilhan Omar?
No,
I don't
you're not
even
allowed
care
to
about
do
that. I
immigration
actually think
fraud.
Katya's argument. I think Katya's
Based,
argument is
get
fine.
deported.
I just think at that point you have to
Bye-bye,
like
Elon.
understand the differentiation between a romantic relationship and a non-romantic relationship, really. And be honest about your feelings at that point.
But
I don't disagree with Katya.
Okay. Let's
Do you
move this a
disagree
little
with
bit.
Elon Omar?
Well, hold on. Let's forget Elliot Omar for a minute. We can talk Elliot Omar a different day.
No.
Here's
I don't know.
Here's-
I don't know much about her.
yeah. I mean,
So
plus,
hot.
She married her brother.
yeah. Allegedly,
Oh,
but,
that's
right,
so
right,
hot,
right.
dude.
allegedly,
There was that
but
argument. I remember
honestly,
that.
Oh,
I don't
but
care.
but yeah. Okay. I also
Friggin'
don't give a
hot,
shit. So moving on. But let's talk about why passport bros exist. The argument comes from a lot of the red pill guys and then these people that. I guess the Western women, aren't doing it for them. It's a real problem. Have like traditional values gone too far out the window? Is that a bad thing? Is that something we should cry about? Is there something that should be done? Or is this a good thing? Thoughts?
I think the internet has made people
I-
stubborn and not want to change anything about themselves and has made people pigeonhole themselves into their little communities. And I think that in order to be successful in the dating market, you have to be adaptable. You have to be willing to try new things. You have to be willing to experience and meet new kinds of people. And I know that is true because I wouldn't have met my wife if that were not the case. So
I wholeheartedly agree. I think it's true for men and women. I think there are a lot of men who aren't willing to change themselves and would rather. I think there are a lot of passport bros who genuinely just go to another country because they're not willing to work on this, that, or the other issue. But I also think there are a lot of women who aren't willing to work on their issues and who are more willing to like put their issues on a partner. I think it goes both ways. And I think, seeking out some sort of like internal emotional intelligence and some sort of balance is good for men and women and otherwise in between.
Modi.
I feel like one thing we're missing out here, a lot of standards and things have changed because now the world is now modernized porn in every single aspect of life. I can't look a single direction without seeing a pair of tits anymore.
Then
I'm
close
not
your eyes,
compla-
bro. If
I'm
you're
not complaining, first of all. I'm not complaining. All I'm saying is it used to be a lot harder to see a pair of knockers. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be a porn star. Now, I feel like
that's
even
right.
my
Human
friends,
evolution
I
has
support-
already changed.
No, let me tell you. I support sex workers. Big fan of them. You know what? I'm not going to buy it, but if they're going to show it, I will look at it. But all I will say is this. I do not believe that dating standards have changed because of all these different things. I believe that men, so many men get catfished. 10 times more than before. The statistics are way up. Nearly women are turning 18 and going straight into OnlyFans. They're not even going for a degree anymore these days. You can look at the stats, say that I'm wrong, but the stats prove me right. The world is being modernized with porn.
Women are seeking out degrees more often.
Yeah, but
More than men.
Surely more often.
more than men, okay, because
they're leaving
is there a
the
market for
church.
men to break into OnlyFans?
Are
There's
men
more
doing
women-
OnlyFans too?
There's,
Are
there's,
they?
there's more
Performing
women into.
witchcraft.
There's more women. Let me tell you. There's more women who do OnlyFans because let's be honest. There's more consumers who are men. There's barely that many people who are going to buy it. More, even the dudes who have OnlyFans, the gay dudes are the ones buying them.
If you're probably
That's-
correct, then wouldn't less women go for degrees because they could just do OnlyFans,
That's
but
my-
more
that is
women
my
are
point.
seeking
Well,
college.
or
That
can
is
they
just
use the
Because they were,
OnlyFans
because you
to
just
pay
said
for
they
the-
were skipping school to
and
do
so,
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so many people are doing their degrees while paying for it with OnlyFans. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but as a
Are
man,
Are we skipping
Which
school
was
to do
already
it, or
true
are
with
we?
strippers, to be clear.
But I'm just saying
How
that
long
it's
do you think it
both.
takes to
I'm
take
sa-
some
all
pictures?
I'm
Rose
saying
has an
is,
issue
right,
with
all
the
I'm
idea
saying
that
is-
patriarchy is commodifying.
Okay.
the
No,
female
hold on.
form
I
to the
don't
point
think
where
he's-
women can
I don't
just
think-
make
let him
it
finish
advantage
my
sharing if it's
point.
online.
Let me finish my point, okay? All I'm
It's
saying
okay.
is, you say the dating standards have changed and people are going to different countries. Listen, if I'm a man, right, it doesn't matter how much money I have, and I'm trying to get with these women.
If?
These women are now so more.
If I'm a
Women are so much more
man.
entitled and empowered. You see 5 out of 10s acting like 10s because a couple dudes bought their tits online. It's so much harder to date women if you are not already rich, famous. It's all clout based and all porn
How
generated.
the fuck
now.
was
So you
I
go
able
to
to
Not
do
true,
it? It's a
terminally
broke
online,
idiot
not
loser
true,
then.
terminally online,
friends
just get
with
offline,
people.
you
Let
dumb
me
bitch.
tell you, you can
Have a terminally online, get offline, you dumb bitch.
I can
Straight
speak
up.
more about this than any of you
Just
people.
have a
because I fuck
personality.
more women
Have a
Look,
in
I don't
my
get this
life
bitching.
than
I
all
gotta
of
be
you.
real.
Personality.
Before I met my wife,
Let me tell
I
you,
wasn't.
let me t-
I was like weirdly pulling for a guy as ugly as fuck as me. Okay, so like I don't understand all of this
Where's the-
whining.
okay,
I'm
where's the
serious.
facts, bro?
Use your resources.
Yeah, okay,
Don't be an
wait,
asshole. Hold the door for her and pay for a dinner. Okay.
I can refute for that,
Well,
JC,
is
because you're like
correct.
50 years
Casey is
old.
correct.
JC's
The
like
only
50
It
men
does
who complain
work.
about shit like this are men who can't pull because they're bitches.
No, that's
Oh,
stupid.
okay.
No, that's
Okay,
dumb
let me tell you,
too.
let me- hey,
Women
I
have
got some-
high
I got some
standards
refutes
sometimes.
here.
Sometimes too high standards.
I got some
My
refutes
issue
here.
is that
I
I'm a
agree,
simp and I
sometimes
don't
women have
care.
high standards.
Hold on. One at a
But I
time.
think
One at
if
a
you
time.
just have a personality and you get offline, you're like 50 million times more likely to get a woman to pull.
No, that is
Straight
actually
up.
bullshit. Not in these days.
And
go
if
to
you
LA,
con yourself by spending
Hey.
all your time online, you're also going to melt
First
your
of
own
all, let me
personality
just
into
make
What if I'm
some weird,
committed to the YouTube?
a weird
Oh,
hive
oh,
mind
oh,
of
I
the
have.
average
I've
online man.
got a couple points for all these rambling ass rantsies, okay? Let me tell you. Let me finish my point before jumping in because you're getting the wrong idea.
You've never been on one of these
First of
before,
all,
have you, little bro?
I have fucked more than any of you, so I am well more than qualified to
You
talk about
turned
this.
more pussy than you've ever seen in your life.
Let me tell you, I've been to
Let
a
me tell you,
banquet of
he's
pussy,
seen a
okay? And let me
vagina,
tell you,
okay?
No one's better than that.
He knows what
This
it looks
guy,
like.
JC,
He
talking
knows
about,
where it
I
is.
got a what? I used to pull. What,
He's
1970s,
seen
bro?
knockers.
He has
Bro,
seen knockers,
JC, bro,
okay?
JC got-
Both
bro, JC
knockers.
used to pull when porn was still in magazines, okay? We ain't give a fuck about you, bro. We talking about current day society. You ain't getting no
They thought
bitches
he
these
was
days.
barking
That's why
mad.
you got a wife. All I'm saying, I gotta keep it real with you. If you gotta say here, oh God, this guy's talking like he gets no pussy. I'm speaking from a guy who gets too much pussy, and I suffer from it. I can't even look at ham
Suffering
sandwiches
from
anymore.
success.
His
But
poor back.
all I'm saying is an actual factual point that OnlyFans and all the fact that women's standards have gone up, everything has gone up because they are now porn stars are now treated as if it is the most respectable position, and they are now bringing themselves up, which is great.
That's
Feel
just
good for
not
yourself.
true in real life. Again,
Yeah,
get
we're gonna have
offline.
to
That's just not
preemptively
true in your
deport this
day-to-day
guy.
life.
The
Most
only
people
reason-
are
okay, wait,
embarrassed
wait,
to tell their coworkers that they
hold on,
make
okay,
own,
okay,
that they
okay,
do
wait, wait,
content
wait,
on
wait,
OnlyFans.
The
And
only
I worked in a
reason you
blue
can't
collar
talk about this,
position,
Buckaroo-
okay, and
Okay, I
even
don't care
they
about
were
blue
embarrassed
collars
to tell
or
their
red collars or
coworkers about
green
their
collars.
OnlyFans
Fuck
gig.
the collars. I wear no sleeves. Let me tell you. I'll keep it real with you, bro. You are just angry right now. If you hosted an OnlyFans, Buckaroo, ain't nobody buying that shit. You get.
You know what? We
you're-
ain't bringing you into
That's just
America.
wrong.
You're
This
stupid.
is
You need to vote in
incorrect.
Trump. What are you doing?
Okay, my bad. JC probably
People
buy
have
it from
swept
you.
me out to buy pictures that I don't sell, okay?
Well, show me
just
your
wrong.
woman, little guy.
All right. Let me just.
Well,
Let me
this is a little
let me-
market.
Produce your
let
female.
me rephrase this. All right, I'm taking my. Hold on. All right.
Exactly,
So actually,
that's what I'm saying.
I think Rhodey does
Like-
bring up an
Bitch.
interesting point. I'll use the example from my everyday life, right? I feel like I do okay. You know, I go out, you know, I don't have problems. Like, however, you know, I do see people that have less charisma or that are like scared to talk to women. They definitely like go up to them, and women are talking to them, and this guy's like, oh, hey, how you doing? It's like a 5, and I'm not basing this because I'm anything special, but it's just an average-looking woman, and the girl will act like she's, I don't know, Celine Dion, and it's crazy. And I'm like, whoa, who the fuck is you? Like, and like the guy was totally polite, wasn't creepy, wasn't rude. Just like, hey, how you doing? You've been pretty. Can I buy you a shot? Fuck off, bitch. Like, oh, okay, goddamn.
Okay,
Like,
then
you know,
then you know
like,
what? Then you know
like,
what?
whoa,
In my opinion,
whoa. Like,
you're too good for her.
It's
Okay?
well,
That's
no, and
simple.
then this is the
Fuck
reason
the
why I
bitch.
even brought this up is
Move
because
on.
I go to the clubs quite often, and
Yes.
in San Antonio we have a very international city. We have a lot of women from like Mexico and like South America and Central America, right? And so oftentimes women that are way like what I would say out of like dudes leagues will be talking to these guys and having a nice time, great time, and they'll just be having a like be very friendly. It's not even, and these are the richer ones because most of them are like, you know, daddy's little girl from Monterrey, you know, and they're fucking out here having a good time. And like, so they're rich, they're not, and they're very polite to like almost every man that talks to them. And it's just a crazy difference that I'm seeing. Yeah, even the broke one, and I just don't even understand. I just don't
When I was in
understand.
San Antonio, bro,
Like-
I saw someone say this chick tried to drop her OnlyFans. You can talk when you subscribe to my OnlyFans. That's what it was in
It
real
did
life.
happen.
And I was like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm like, huh, not to me, of course, because they would have been like, can you collab with me? But you know, it's just disgusting to see.
And I agree. I think women like that are easily taking themselves off the market for a lot of men, as should be. I don't think you can treat people with such abject disrespect and expect them to like want to be with you.
My point is, every year there's more and more of those type of women, and that was my point. That is exactly why people
Yeah,
are.
do y'all think more normalization has affected like affected dating? Because it does seem porn has been normalized to some extent, like here, at least in the U.S.
It's more than porn. They're
I don't know.
taking
I don't
requests.
talk to
These
women.
are internet prostitutes, and this is what I was getting at earlier. And we're
Video
talking
not quite a
about
few.
what I was talking about earlier. Damn it!
Facts. I mean, girls I know who call themselves in mayo. Come on, bro, you ain't gonna call yourself a mayo.
Let's go to non-fun. You were saying something?
Oh, all I said is I don't know because I don't talk to women. I was just.
Honestly, I'm surprised you look like a player.
Is that by choice?
Mostly.
They're
You don't have to answer
scary.
that if you don't
They are
want to.
scary.
I know, sorry.
They are
You're
scary.
doing yourself a favor. You're doing yourself a favor.
Ironically, that is something I think is an issue for a lot of people, for a lot of men, is that they are genuinely scared of women, understandably so, because there are a lot of women who are mean to them for no reason.
Stop being
But
frightening
I
them.
actually do think that's an issue when it comes to approaching women, is that there's been such a shift in the dating market. I'll use that terminology. There's been such a shift in it over the past decade. It's I think it's just like so different with approaching women.
So why, like, let me. So I okay. I want to kind of pick this out with you a little bit. I like the term market right now. I don't. Why do you object to that? Because the way I see it, right.
So
what are you doing is just selling yourself, right? Like if I'm gonna go and talk to a woman, I'm trying to sell my qualities to this woman. I want her to like me, right? Or I want her to be interested in me for whatever. It's the same thing. Like when she's talking back and she is interested, then she's like sell herself. It's called like it's the same signals. You're looking for buying signals, showing interest. Same thing when you look at a product. Like you are the product in this case. But there's a trend. I don't know. Like why do you object to the market?
Honestly, the reason I said it that time is because I was just referencing the earlier part in the conversation where I just disagreed with the almost extreme levels of objectification, but just like the idea that there's like one major factor that you could be selling somebody on, this level of. Again, I think there is if you're seeking out a romantic relationship, you want to be seeking out some sort of connection with them, not just looking at like a tally list of the qualities and like looking at the top 3 and saying, okay, I'll take it or I'll leave it, which is that was really my criticism with the argument there. I think it's fine to say dating market, but I was really just trying to reference the fact that I did argue against that earlier. So I understand why it's kind of a silly use of the phrase now.
Oh my!
Yeah, I was just curious.
As an American woman, you should get well acquainted with liking cats, by the way, because when we're going out to other countries to get our women, that's all you're going to be left with.
I'm straight.
The cat ladies.
I love my
Hey,
cat.
to be fair, my wife came with two.
I'm not worried about.
I'm not sure what that says.
I'm not worried about finding an American man.
I'm not gonna lie, I would love to be left alone with a cat. Luca Magnotta. I'm just kidding. I am a big fan of cats.
I
Sorry.
mean, I'm not.
On
I'm
the
not
flip
worried
side-
about an asteroid hitting Earth.
Leave the
because it's
cats
probably not
alone.
gonna happen.
I hope that. Don't touch these
Oh.
fucking cats. Nobody
Stop.
let him near your cat. Okay, bro, I'm
Hey,
worried.
listen, Modi.
Cats, I love
Hey,
cats.
listen.
I'm good with
I'm gonna go grab my cats. Modi stayed here for like a month. I want to. Did something
Yeah,
happen
me
to y'all?
No, Garfield just bullied me, bro. I got fucking depressed.
Garfield bullied
probably-
me.
Love
Ate my
Garfield.
fucking
Oh,
lasagna, the
he-
asshole.
Bro,
He
bro,
is turned into a little bit of a bully in his middle age. It's pretty entertaining.
bro,
I can
I'd wake
say.
up, this motherfucker slapping my head and shit.
Yeah,
Stealing shit
but
from my suitcase.
Back
y'all did. I was just getting we get back to the subject here. So y'all mentioned like, okay, it's a problem. Some men don't even want to go talk to women for the intimidation or reason or these other. I have developed a new reason for not wanting to talk to them, and it's that every problem that I have in my life is directly correlated to a woman in some way.
Well, you were born, so every sort of pain that you experience is a direct
Sure.
result of your
Like,
mother's
true.
choice to give birth.
Right.
Annoying
So-
people on panels, it's probably me. Darn.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to go more with the toxicity aspect, and a lot of that's self-inflicted because I love toxic women. But anytime
You
something
did
bad
mention
happens-
getting stabbed.
I did.
Okay,
Yeah,
Destiny.
it's a thing.
He's the real Destiny.
Bro.
So when I don't film nothing, we don't got to worry about none of that.
Thankfully.
Yeah, I
Are you
do
sure
think
about
there.
that?
I think much more recently we've had the opportunity to develop our social, like our relationships, and develop a better understanding of like what is and isn't a good relationship to have. So I think it's good that we're kind of squashing out a lot of the more toxic behaviors, but
So now that we're on a
they
meme,
still occur.
now that we're out of memeing, I actually am going through this immigration process right now. So a lot of the concerns you guys actually brought up about people falsifying this, doing transactions based on anything besides a sincere relationship between two adults, that gets filtered out in the I-179 application process, and then they usually catch it in the visa application process of the embassy that you are applying from the country from. So all this is filtered out, known that people are trying to abuse this system, and they actually work to make sure that not only can you afford this person, but you're not previously bringing over other people, and they look into it pretty. It's harder to get a fiance from another country than it is to get a gun.
Careful,
So,
Tyler. I don't want
Yeah,
you giving
yeah,
this bonger
absolutely.
the
I
cheat
do-
codes, okay? Careful what you share, all
Yeah,
right?
don't tell them any of the questions they ask. Okay.
Right. But I mean, the thing that I suggested was the idea that, a lot of relationships that people, generally don't think is transactional actually are deep down when you, peel off some other layers to the relationship. Not to say, that's anything like of an issue inherently, but I'm saying that, yeah, there are some relationships that under, some feelings of love and companionship are transactional that obviously, because it is a sincere relationship, can get past the system. It's only fraud that gets caught when stuff is like, more blatantly this for this, right?
I think it's very autistic to look at a relationship as purely transactional, which is why I probably violently agree so much. I feel like it's a very cynical way to look at a relationship, but on a very, very, very baseline level, as an evolutionary adaptation, there's probably a reason why we gravitate towards partnerships into larger communities like we do. And I'm guessing that there's probably because there's a mutually shared benefit. And like Katya pointed out, the main reason that I've left every relationship I've ever been in and primarily has to do with when the negatives outweighed the benefits. So if you really get you have to get very sociopathic and cynical and like look at it from a very detached point of view. But I do think there is some merit to that. So I think the question then, since we're talking about the passport bro shit, is when does which qualities you're like weighing in that equation, which of those qualities is it immoral to weigh? Is it bad to just move to another country just to date women because you think that they're more submissive or more traditional or have a lower income than you? I think income we've already settled, but like there's plenty of other ground here to look at. Like I said, I'm married. I don't have to worry about any of this shit anymore.
What other
I'm just trying
ground?
to
What other
help.
ground should we look at? Okay, well, what other ground should we be looking at? Like,
I don't know. Is it bad
you think
to
you-
try and like move
Like, if
somewhere
you
with
were
more
like,
conservative or more traditional women?
Yeah, okay. People that object to this, are y'all not like that?
I don't think it's bad. I think it's like
I don't
you just
have-
preface it.
I wish there was an island with
Yeah,
women
actually-
with no clothes on.
I actually don't have any inherent issues with
They have
women
those, buddy. They're called nudist colonies.
who seek to have a more traditional role in a relationship. I would argue that's something that already exists in America. So the idea of becoming a passport bro to do it seems silly to me. It seems like there are a lot of other factors playing into that decision, which is why I find passport bros who are self-identified as passport bros to be a little suspicious, because I question what other things are playing into it. But just seeking out somebody who meets you on the level of what kind of roles you want to play in a relationship, I think is fine.
Are there such thing as passport hoes?
Yeah, it's most passport bros.
Gotta be.
Literally most passport bros who go to other countries who just go there to fuck a bunch of women.
So
They're
to
fine.
her, no.
Well, that's
There's nothing wrong with that.
Wait, would there be passport sisters? Would that be what would
No,
they
I
be?
think passport hoes would be most of these memes, they have to be what's the term? Where they rhyme or whatever.
Hoes and bros.
Yeah, so I guess what I'm asking is it wait, okay. We all using hose a gender neutral term? No, right? It was supposed to be
I thought it
like,
I thought it was
I
supposed to be the
was-
feminization,
Yeah, I
the
thought
slang
you were, right?
feminization
Yeah,
of passport bros.
Is there so
I don't-
okay,
I-
well,
I ain't
whatever,
on
is there a
TikTok, okay?
Let me just clear it up then. Is there a female equivalent to a passport bro? Y'all think there is one? Or no?
Passport
America
queen.
provides economic opportunity to
Unless
everyone.
you're-
Presumably,
Yeah, bro.
that
just watch
includes
90 Day
foreign
Fiancé.
prostitutes.
You know how many women outsource
Yeah,
to other
it's
men in
just-
different countries because they don't like American men?
I just don't know how common it is, because women disproportionately have more access to relationships, it seems, in America than women. There's a massive disparity between how many relationships an American woman is in versus how many relationships an American man is in. So I just don't know if that's the
Wait,
same.
To which side? The women, right? They have more relationships.
Yeah, the women. Yes.
Modi, what were you gonna say? I didn't know.
I just thought a profound thought. This probably exists.
Oh, that's gotta be
in
good.
Yeah,
I don't know if I
this
believe
probably
that.
exists in America. Probably and this is probably why passport hoes would be the biggest thing. I actually think there's going to be more passport hoes than bros ever, and here's why. So obviously, I've never seen a country so invested in politics other than America, right? And I've never seen countries that if a man likes Donald Trump, women will hate this motherfucker. They will never date this motherfucker. They're like, fuck this guy forever. And there's a lot of American men right now.
Good.
There's a lot of American
Same
men
with the
right
women,
now
for
who
that
support
matter.
Donald Trump. So that means there's a million American men who aren't going to have a girl, and these girls are looking for a man who doesn't support Donald Trump, which in Trump's America is going to be real hard to find.
So then
these
earn more
powerhouses
money,
are gonna
earn
be
more
looking
money,
at people like
comb
me,
your
you know
hair,
what I mean?
clean up your outfit, vote differently. You just make yourself more
There's no-
available in
Don't
the
say
market.
knockers.
And please don't
Okay,
say
first of all,
knockers.
you say-
You're not
knockers.
allowed in the country
can't
if you keep
tell-
saying that, dog.
First of all, bro,
Actually,
how are you gonna
knockers
stop
is
me? If
Hunter
I was running
Biden
the
is
border
my
and you were there, I
personal
would just run
friend. I
over
will
you.
stop you.
Use
So
dirty
who's your
pillows.
friend?
Dirty pillows.
Yeah, Mike Lindell. I know him too.
That is much worse. Much
But
The
Listen,
wrath of the
listen,
American
the Donald
Avengers.
Trump
I will
girls-
call down upon ye.
Put away your dirty
Oh, you're part
pillows.
of the D
That's
Avengers,
Hunter
bro. The
Biden,
fuck you
Nancy
mean?
Pelosi, Mike Lindell, and the ghost of Thomas Jefferson. That's the American Avengers.
Do you think? I got a question. Let me ask you an honest question, JC. Do you think Modi knows who any of those people are?
He sure as
I
well
couldn't give a
fucking better
fuck.
if he wants to come into my goddamn country.
True.
First of all, bro, I'll go there and I'll tell you one thing. We pour your tea in the harbor. in
Oh,
1776,
you pour
right here.
our tea in the harbor? Oh, tell me
I'm
another
talking to
one.
I'm talking to
I
Britain,
would-
you
Tell
know
me
what I'm
another
saying?
one. Tell me how many times did we get kicked your guys' ass? Once? No, it was like twice,
If you-
wasn't
hey,
it?
let me tell
Oh,
you, let me tell
twice?
you, that's not people like Gibbs. If you were on the front lines, we would have lost you.
Oh.
Get your tea over with your
Our
knee,
king
man.
is an old idiot.
This is
We
wasted
have a
on me, 'cause I
king.
don't know what this
Well,
means.
actually, wait a
Alright.
minute. I can't cry about them having an old idiot king
I
because
do
we
have-
are literally like days
Wait,
from that
wait.
happening here. So
First of all,
I take it
don't
back.
even know what that means.
True.
Any of those things
Bro.
mean, because I'm not really a historian. I live in the present. But let me tell you, that neck vein is gonna burst if you.
I
scream
know,
anymore,
I
little
know.
kid,
It
okay?
is unfortunate.
You know, you would
to
have to
relax.
pass like a citizenship test, right? That's gonna ask you the.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if Modi can
There are no
pass
questions
the
about my
current-
neck vein on that test.
You could not.
Fast as what, male?
let me tell you, bro. I'll walk in there. I'll say, "Hell yeah, brother," and they'll say, "Come on in." I'll do my double.
You know what?
Say,
In Donald
"Believe
Trump's
me."
America, that border is locked the
I'm
fuck
ready to come
down.
in the
So
country.
you better get way smarter. You better be at least smarter than a
First
fifth
of all,
grader.
bro, Donald Trump would be like, "Wow, this guy does a good Donald Trump impression." Citizenship. I don't think this
It's not
guy.
bad. It's
I don't
actually
think
not bad.
JC. He's Jesus Christ. He's gay. All right, can we go to the next question, please?
Oh my god.
I was gonna say
No, go ahead.
I wouldn't be.
I just got roasted.
I wouldn't be
I'm
surprised if
just
part of the reason.
dumbfounded.
She is all
I
ignoring
wouldn't
my
even be
argument.
surprised if.
Well, we'll come back to you. Buckaroo's got something. Then we'll come to you, but go ahead.
I mean, armchair psychology on this front, but like, I wouldn't be surprised if part of the reason passport bros seek out like going to other countries or why they see it as so beneficial is just because they feel anxious in America. They, for some reason, don't feel like they can approach women in America. They go to another country. They've like basically placebo affected themselves into thinking they're hot shit and they can approach women. And then they go up and approach women in these other countries that they didn't feel comfortable approaching in America. And I can understand that. It's just, I think if your first response to feeling like you can't approach women is going to another country, maybe you should like seek out some sort of like emotional fucking evaluation. I don't know, look within before you just.
Isn't it usually like, I've tried to meet women, I just can't, I don't understand what's wrong with me, I think I'll just try somewhere. Like, when is that someone's first response?
Well, I don't know if
how many
every single passport bro has taken this as a first response, but I would also believe I wouldn't be surprised if there were more passport bros that saw that as a reasonable response than there were people who weren't passport
Well, wait, now
bros,
we're not
just
on
because
first.
they've
You said
already
first
chosen that
response.
out.
Maybe if it's weird for them to see it as a reasonable response, sure, I guess. But like, I could imagine the desperation and frustration of like trying repeatedly like things that you might have heard online, especially if all they're consuming is dumbass red pill shit. Trying to like pick up women
Right,
like
which is why I
this.
said if it's your first response,
hold on,
probably not reasonable.
I know you're giddy. I'm talking. Giddy up, giddy.
You're
Get
making
it?
another argument.
I can understand, like, if they keep striking out with women here, feeling desperate enough to want to go somewhere else. I don't think that's totally unreasonable. You can think it's weird, but, like...
I can understand that, too.
Well,
I mean,
then why...
I'm
yeah, I
just
can
arguing
okay,
against
so now you're
something
back
that
all the way
didn't
up.
say.
Okay, I mean, that's
Work
fine.
to yourself first.
Which is why I gave the basis for my statement before I said it, which was, if that's your first response, I think it's silly. You said, well, what if it's not their first response?
I said no. What I said is I
didn't
don't
say
think
that
that's
it's the first
anyone's
response for every
first
single one of them.
response. Is what I actually said.
I just okay.
Okay,
Then I'd
okay,
love for you to find every single passport bro across the world and ask every single one of them, and
Okay,
then
you
can tell me whether it's the
Wait,
first
you're the
JC,
one that
I
made
will let-
the
hold
you're
on,
the one that
JC.
made the initial claim. I just said I don't believe you.
I said if that's your first response, you
Okay.
fucking
All right.
idiot.
All right.
I'm
calm
a fucking
down,
idiot
everybody,
because
calm
I
down.
have
Let's just-
I can listen.
Let's move on. Shh.
to
If
words.
you
Before
were
we
wearing
start-
pants, well,
before we start the-
shorts.
hey, listen,
Well, what if
before-
I'm wearing
Tell
shorts?
you,
What if I'm wearing a really
Hold on,
long shirt?
everybody. Hold on, everybody. Listen, I don't want to start the passport bro census. Let's go to Mid Temple. What were you going to question?
Well,
I just feel
he
like everyone's
apparently needs-
ignoring my main argument, which is really that this is kind of about microbangs.
You bastard.
True.
I thought you.
True.
True, I haven't heard of a
Had them in
passport bro in
5
France.
years.
Muddy. What is going on? With,
that guy?
yeah, let's go to Muddy here. I think.
I just thought I'd ask real quick. You think I could sneak into America if I wanted?
Stay out of my country, bro.
Yeah.
Wait, who is that?
What?
Wait. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There was a God-fearing American on your screen just now, and he just
I feel like I'm
disappeared.
having a call with a bunch of American people, except for you, JC. You seem more Canadian to me.
Ouch. That hurt me deep in my soul.
Wow.
You do kind of look like a New York
That-
Jew with those glasses on.
There was a
Oh,
guy,
God.
he was just here. Wait, there he is! Oh my God, sir! Wait, where'd he go? This God-fearing American keeps appearing on your... Whoa!
Oh, jeez.
I was like, I can't even know what his name is. Fuck.
Herbert
I
Q.
was like, I was living
Patriot,
under-
I think is his
I like I'm
name.
living under New York City with these bad
Herbert
boys
Q.
on.
Patriot.
It's called third iteration.
I heard
It's-
I don't know. Why not?
Yeah.
not Harold.
Okay, fine.
I go on, Gibbs. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say to
The
to
micro
that.
beings might as well say, "Go overseas."
I maintain
Don't
best
make
panel
them
ever.
stick.
No, okay, so actually, I think Modi brought up a good point. Are we going to see like a resurgence
I?
of like earlier, like you did actually?
Oh.
I think you stumbled on
I thought you
this.
were bringing up the glasses. I was like, huh?
No, we're moving on from the glasses,
Oh,
but the
disguise
million.
is gonna.
But like no, we're seeing this already, right? Like this has become a new movement from the left that I've laughed at, which is kind of the where they're like, we will not have sex with conservative men. And they'll like post that on their Tinder. They're like, we're doing a no sex for anybody that does this. It's what is like a sex boycott. Do you think this is going to drive people on the left to become passport bros because they don't want to date anybody that's potentially a Trump
No, I
supporter?
think
Is that
leftist
something
women
that's
are
gonna
going to
happen?
give up on it
No, I think
immediately.
There's
No, they-
plenty of
Hey,
Trumple
they go
women
to
out there.
Canada.
Oh my god.
Hey,
There's
like you said,
it's-
it's a simple
What's in
question.
power because they
Is
can't
their
leave?
hatred of Trump real, or is it something they've been told to hate? Because if it's real, those motherfuckers will look under other
Hey,
countries. But if it's,
brother,
if it's,
it's real.
let me tell you,
It's
if
pretty
the fake
real, dude.
news
They took
media-
away
Let me
abortion.
tell you. Let me tell you, if it's the fake news media and they don't really hate Trump, they'll end up dating a guy and compromising their values, which women normally do.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
100% serious here.
Okay,
100% serious here.
compromise
Like
their
liberal
values for
and
every
left
fucking
leaning
woman
women
they
probably
date.
do view Donald
Men are
Trump
the
as like an enemy
weakest,
because he
least
was
backboned
responsible in some part for
I've
like the
ever met.
revocation of Roe v. Wade. So like they probably do dislike him personally, not just like they've been told to.
Well,
Whatever your
yeah, but
media
do they
like
dislike him
conspiracy
enough,
theory
though,
is.
JC?
What?
If I didn't like him that much, I would never ever date a woman who likes Trump. However, I guarantee if I went to America and told them I do my Trump impression, even the women who hate Trump would say, "Oh, bad. Well, it's got a cute
Well,
face."
I mean that's fine, dude.
Hey,
I'm just
hey,
explaining
hey.
the reasoning, okay?
That's because you're
Real quick,
British.
real quick. You sling
Just
good
the
pipe, it don't matter who you vote for. I'm just saying that.
Facts, bro. You
That
you sling
is
the hammer, and let me tell
100%
you,
true.
dirty hammer,
Not
bring
for
the
the
hammer.
leftist women.
I
Only
voted
in
for
a
Joe
blue
Jorgensen in
state.
2020 and
Only
still
in a
got
women
laid.
will say
That's
fucking-
true.
Drop in the hammer.
Wait, actually, so wait, they all say that's not true. Okay, so do y'all think this is going to cause people to look at other countries?
Fake news.
I mean, I feel like there's
no.
plenty of Trump supporter women out there. I mean, I say this as somebody who's in Florida. There's like no shortage of women out there who
I'm
love
not talking
Trump
about the
to a
men,
degree that's
per se.
psychosexual and weird. Okay, plenty of people like
Yeah,
Trump.
but they make
so,
you dress
these
like him
gentlemen
while they
who like
fuck
Trump-
you.
That's not what I'm
Gross,
saying.
ew.
Okay, shit, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, that's not. I don't know what he's talking about. But listen, I'm talking about more like this. Like right, like okay. There's a lot of Trump voters, and I feel like a lot of young men have now voted for Trump, or they're like, oh, Trump is cool, he's whatever. Like especially in an 18 range, it looked like that was a big block, right? So, like these women are now gonna be like, oh, we don't want to date any of these people. Are they going to be looking somewhere else? Or because
No,
I
they're
know
gonna
you're
give
saying the
up.
Trump guys will be fine.
Because women want to get laid
No,
too.
because again, I think women. Well, I think women
Not in
again
a red
like,
state.
are
Maybe not,
already
that's true.
getting more relationships on average than men of the same age. So I
Yes.
don't know if women being turned down for some of this are going to be seeking out other countries in the same way that men are, just because like they're not as worried. They feel more secure in their ability to get somebody than men.
Also, once
there's-
we get Project 2025 in place, women won't be allowed to leave the country without their husband's permission anyway.
yes.
So.
Yeah, well,
Heard all the
Women won't even be able to go to
There is
the cars.
that. Hold on,
Forget the
hold on,
period
hold on.
trackers.
We're almost there, guys.
Moving on. Here you go.
Hold on. There
Almost
there
made
is
America
data
great
that says
again.
When women get married, they tend to switch their political affiliation more than men to what the man is. So I will just say this dick has
That is
split more
not
goddamn
true.
votes
Source,
at a
my wife.
Progressive Valley,
Holy fuck.
progressive victory rally to get out the vote.
Holy fuck,
Okay.
my wife is
Although
violently
I
progressive.
wonder
and
how
it
much of
hurts
that is
sometimes.
also. I wonder how much of that is also just because, at least in my experience, people seem to get more conservative as they get older,
Yeah.
and so they hit like a certain age range, and then it's just,
Married
if
couples
they're
generally.
getting married at the same age. Yeah, exactly.
We have an
Um,
example
Tyler,
right here.
how many of
Tyler,
those women
So many
do
more
you watch
conversations
we have
that?
an
Watch that
example
Kamala
right
Harris
here.
agenda.
we literally have that
The
example
moment you
right
don't bring
here.
kids into it.
Tyler used to be like a leftist, and now he's basically MAGA at this point. Like
I split ticket. I split ticket.
Uh-huh.
I voted for Warnock.
Policy player?
I voted
Oh,
for
is he being
Warnock.
honest finally?
Good one. Said that to me here.
I can give you a
I don't know.
reverse
Voted for
example.
That'd
Warnock.
be a turn.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I like him. He's a nice guy. I didn't like that other dude.
Well, yeah, that's fine. Also,
Right,
doesn't
right,
MAGA
right,
also
right.
hate the other guy?
That's neither here
No,
nor
the other
there.
guy was
Fit
Trump's
in with
endorsement.
us. We
Trump's
can
endorsement.
cope with this.
It was what's his name? It wasn't Brian Kemp. It was the other guy. It was Trump's endorsement. He lost to him, and then he tried to run against Kemp in the primary. After that, Trump's endorsement.
Who? Hold on. Who is this?
What the fuck is
cares?
this?
Who gives a shit? We're talking about fucking Valentine's Day. Yeah. So listen. All right. Let's just move. Here, go ahead, Connie. You had something.
I was gonna say I can always give you that reverse example, considering the fact that when back in 2016, before me and my husband were dating, that was back in the day. He used to be a Trump supporter. His parents are super far right, and now he's a market socialist like me. So hey,
God bless.
Well,
God bless.
different explanation for that.
This debate in time.
There's a different explanation for that.
That's just because men discover empathy when they actually
No.
whose feelings they actually care about. They're like, oh my god, I care for another human being and what happens to them.
Even without slinging pipe, okay, I was able to get 2 women to vote for Kamala.
2 women, 2 whole woman non-fun.
Hey.
2 whole women. Let's go.
I know.
Hey,
In our swing state.
I'm fond as a Kamala supporter. Okay, I can just kind of tell.
That one was
It's not.
It might be the big
I wonder.
the big Biden thing in the background. That is maybe.
I didn't even see that, but that makes it
The
even more
Biden, the
ironic, because,
bisexual lighting.
Let me tell you,
I voted for Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Hey, it's not empathy they gain; it's pussy. Okay, these dudes have never had sex, and they want to sit there and they want to be like, oh, I love Trump. You don't really fuck with what you believe. You are dating a fake, a fraud, and a phony. Because if he really loved you, he would be himself.
Maybe Katya's like an expert at Kegel exercises or something, and she fucking
You know, sometimes with like little kids, like you tell them not to touch a hot stove, and you're like, don't touch that, it's hot, you'll burn yourself, and they go, I don't know. I feel like we should let dude up here. We should let him touch the hot stove. I think we should let him into the country, let him go to clubs, and let him fall on his face.
First of all, okay, it's not a hot stove. I've touched a lot of ass in America, and let me tell you, I had a great time.
Let him come here and say that he wants to touch girls' knockers.
Because he is just like such an oaf. Everybody's like, oh.
Actually, wait, yeah, Buckaroo does have a point.
What does an oaf mean?
That means you're like Seth Rogen.
A little stupid.
like Shrek.
A little goofy. But it's playful. It's sweet. It's like a dog.
No, they meet me and they say, wow, this guy's super intelligent and high IQ.
No, you'd be a great dog. Don't worry.
He's way better than
Just bring the leash with you, and they will fall in love.
It sounds like you're like trying to like project onto me your feelings, and I don't want to.
No, I don't want a man with a leash.
Why does this happen every time?
We talked about Destiny too.
Let me tell you, Big Papa, do you think you can
Palestine
get a
now.
leash on? Hey, you think you can get a leash on a neck?
I don't want a leash on a man.
January.
Oh shit, that too.
Personally, I like a man with a backbone. If he can't argue against me just as hard as I argue against him, he's not worth my time.
I like a man
He's
with
a
a fat cock.
bitch.
Me too,
I don't care,
Pentuple.
bro.
Me too.
Not gonna waste my time with a man who doesn't believe in freedom
I'm not
of speech.
into length.
Thank you.
I'm more interested in
Good
girth,
shit,
if I gotta be honest.
She looks
All
dead.
about that cock.
I'm gonna need an inch and a half diameter on that bad boy to even be interested, okay?
What is happening? That's Jesus Christ.
I thought you said this wasn't monetized.
Yeah, if it wasn't, this is churning. I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Valentine's, baby.
The inmates are running the prison.
What?
It's something going on here.
You lit us.
It's okay. It's okay.
You're both-
JC's still in his cell.
Yeah.
I like my unfinished basement, but I keep getting bullied about it. I'm gonna have to do something about it. Shit.
You know, hey, listen. That's the best way. That's true love. Like I get told all the time, I'm fat. Maybe one day it'll hurt me enough. I'll go to the gym. That's how it works. Like that's how you love your friend. No.
I've been bullying Gibbs for 4 years. He's finally going.
Bullying is
All right, wait. So you're saying 4 years
It
from
is,
now,
man.
I'll finally put up some goddamn drywall? Good to hear.
Hopefully it's sooner, but
I'll do that. You know what? I'll do that to celebrate Trump being out of office. I'll finish my
You can't
basement.
even
How about that?
anchor-
That's a solemn promise.
You can't even anchor your bookshelf, bro.
Hey,
So many
Yeah, wait
earthquake
till
hazards
2033.
everywhere you go.
hey, you might have missed your window, JC. A lot of those laborers are.
What'd you?
You can't just swing down to the Home Depot anymore and say, "Hey, I'm
now
gonna."
earthquakes. I saw him.
No,
fall
it's
over
gonna
one
be
time.
like the South Park movie where it's like, hey, I'll trade you some geology to fix my oven door.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
like the
okay,
South
Gibbs,
Park
let's
movie, the one
reframe
on a
this here.
Target
Go
camera.
ahead. Okay, buddy. You got a
Yeah.
question?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what's the next question? I feel like I'm just
Oh,
talking.
oh yes, I do have a good question. Yes. Okay.
Any
So
questions?
what is the biggest problem in the dating world today? What do we think that problem is? Is there a problem?
Wait,
It
wait,
feels like
what?
there's a
Problem
problem.
of dating?
What is
problem
the
in the
biggest
world?
I
issue?
think everybody is. I personally think everybody is just genuinely terminally online when it comes to how they perceive other people, how they connect to other people. I think a lot of people will let their understandings of like online communities plague their mind when it comes to interacting with people in real life. And people are more complex than the online community in which they reside.
I think online is
Yeah, 'cause
real
what kind of
life, and
question
we
is
need to
that?
just accept it.
Wait, question.
I think online is real life to an extent, but I think there's the level of anonymity that people are given in online spaces allows them to act in ways that they like wouldn't otherwise act in face-to-face interactions. And so I think there are some people who genuinely just spend so much time socializing online that they lose themselves in that, and they stop being able to interact with people on a real level in person.
I actually, first of all, I counter that because I was socially online, and that just made me the most confident, outgoing person. Bro, I had e-sex so much that like real sex just felt like I'd been practicing my whole life for it. So hey, let me tell you,
He's been training in the dojo.
and so many people, if we didn't have
In the
internet,
Discord dojo.
let me tell you,
He's
first of all,
explaining how he's gonna
jerk
touch
mate
their
rant.
knob.
But let me just keep it real with you real quick, okay? I've got an actual great thing here. So let's say so many people
you
back
imagine?
before the internet,
love.
before the internet existed, right? Before the internet
Let me
existed,
bat him around a bit.
Hey, listen, bruv, you want to come up to the bat, you're gonna get swung, okay? Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, what
let
are
me
you
just keep
gonna
it real,
do,
though, with this
Skinny?
Discord
You're
stuff.
the only person I know that's thinner than you is me. What are you gonna do?
You talk about weight so
Non-fun could
much,
beat
how
the
tall
shit
are
out
you,
of
bro?
you. And me.
That's
What
why
are
he's
you
sitting
talking
at a top.
Bro, you're standing up right now, and you can't even fit your camera.
Wait,
your
am I
camera frame,
standing
small
up?
boy.
No,
Don't
I'm
speak to
not.
me.
No, I'm slouching. Hold on. There we
Hey,
go.
thanks for being a good
Standing
boy and doing what I
That's the
told you to
shirt
do.
intellectual.
I'm getting a standing. No,
Listen,
it's
bro, you've
actually
got a
it's just
massive
fucking
ass head. You're
cold in
like-
my
you're like
basement.
Pinky in the brain, bro. You sound like you're holding your nose when you speak. Quit whimpering at me and being a bitch. And let a real
Excuse
man
me,
speak.
sir. You're
If you
insulting
keep
my
talking to me,
honor.
I
As
might
a
have
man
to
who
send-
lives in a nation that doesn't have the freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Can't
okay,
have
you can say
guns.
what you
Oi,
want.
mate, ain't got
What
no
you-
guns. Ain't got no freedom of speech.
Listen, JC, you can have a shotgun. I could still fucking tank it from you.
You
'cause
got
you're the one pulling the
license
trigger.
for that TV,
Oi,
man.
mate. Have a nice
I love
couple
it.
when we go over
I
the
don't-
telly
I don't understand what it
license.
means.
To answer your question, I think like everyone's brain went to technology
Okay,
because
first
that's
of all, they won't let me finish my point because they know I'm right. Okay?
That's
I know.
true.
Patty's out here giggling at
all
JC. You
debate
both got
tactics.
husband and wives.
Silence
Chill out,
tries
okay?
to.
This ain't the cheating panel. You're both being unfaithful by giggling with each other. I'm a
What?
Mormon, so you guys are being cringe.
That's cute.
Alright, so
Shut the fuck up, okay?
I
Let me
think-
just say, no, Tyler. Let me tell my fucking point. I'm keeping it
Let me
real.
tell this point,
Okay?
Tyler, for
I
the
keep it
love of
real.
God.
Without the internet, you have a bunch of people like JC who are basement dwellers, never get outside the house, end up being 40 years
I'm
old. in
married,
car
you
shops playing
fucking
Yu-Gi-Oh.
idiot!
Now,
I'm
okay,
married!
shut the fuck up and stop crying at me. Yeah, you're married to who, bro? We've never even
I think
seen
it's
it,
good.
you lying
I
fuck.
think
Oh yeah, you gotta get your wife up in this bitch.
Oh my,
Otherwise,
she
we
will
don't
not.
get
She
laid.
doesn't. She doesn't even like
We
the
gotta
stream.
Okay, let me finish my point
I
before.
think-
Listen, my point has
Oh,
not
she
been
has you in
finished.
the basement.
Y'all love me so much.
Her
you won't even let
PC's
me
right
speak.
next to mine.
Listen,
She's just
I
not
will
done
finish
yet.
this point even if it costs me my
Alright.
fucking life, because I am a freedom of speech man. You guys are trying to censor me like the UK.
You don't even know what it
okay?
means, Brit Bonger. You don't even know what freedom of
If I have
speech
freedom of
means.
speech on this
UK.
cast, you guys aren't being very
bitch.
American.
These are
Alright,
worship
so
words. You
essentially,
will not
without
speak
the internet,
them.
you have basement dwellers. Okay, for example, Jay-Z, who lives next to his
Jay-Z.
comic books and pretends Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is his wife. Okay, it's not happening. Anyway, so without that, you have all this. Now with the internet, with these days, you have all these people you talk to in Discord. You gain a social life, and yes, it gives the wrong people some confidence sometimes, and that's why you get weird fan interactions. But a lot of
Well,
people
I
who
think
would never, a lot of people who would never have the confidence, never have the social ability, never have the awareness to
been
meet
so
people
far.
online, because there are normal people online like me or like Gibbs, not JC, who would learn from people like me and Gibbs. And be, hey, wow, I'm a bit more social now. I can come out of my bubble. I can come outside. Oh, wow, this seems a lot more normal for me than sitting inside all day playing fucking WoW and being a fucking loser.
It sounds like you're
Wow.
telling on yourself a little
Well,
bit.
again,
Wow.
I don't
I'm
think
very
there's
glad
something wrong
JC
with
is
the
putting the
internet.
basement dweller and
I just think
Destiny
it's
clone
unique.
allegations and not me.
I just I just think it's easy.
You just
to
gotta
be
be on every
consumed by
panel
your
that I'm on,
online
non-fun. I'm like a
personality.
shield.
Oh no,
And
100%.
it's-
But a lot of people's
and it's
online
easy to
personalities are
let-
fake confidence.
It's easy to let your understanding of
though.
online communities and like what you read online to
Okay, but even before
like
online, there were,
plague
like,
your
there were, like,
understanding
cults
of
and
the
shit.
real world.
Yeah, but
Like there are
even
so
in
many
the real
conversations I've
world,
had on Discord where people are like, nobody in real life is like that, and it's like every other fucking
Yeah, but that's
person
because you
you
speak to
meet
people
will be like that.
JC. I've never heard that sentence
why-
ever.
More
Which is
people
why
should
I'm
talk to
saying-
people in real life.
I just gotta keep
Yes,
it real.
unironically,
Before-
that's
but-
just
but
my whole
before there were
point.
Discord
Like I
groups,
think being
right?
online is fine. I just think you also have to
Yeah.
understand that
Yeah, but
real
people
life,
also
like
absolve the
one-on-one
real groups.
interactions with people in real life is different, and you have to be able
there's
to
like
do
cults
both.
and shit. Before the internet was even involved, there's like cults and shit that did the same thing. There's groups in real life, there's communities in real life that fucking have the same opinions.
Why
So
are you
being
acting
on-
like I said being online is bad? I'm literally on a fucking Discord panel. You think I have an issue with being online?
Yeah, and
Or
you're
do
a
you
hater.
think I
Hey,
think
I'll
some
keep it real,
people are
you're
just
being a hater.
terminally online? Yeah, dummy.
You're terminally online. All of you are terminally online, and I'm better than all of you.
Okay.
I actually have
Yeah,
a
you know
pretty
what? You know what
fast
you aren't
real
though.
life.
You know what you aren't? American.
I got a pretty
That's
fast.
what you
Never
offline
will be.
life.
Hey, JC, I guarantee I'm more American than you, JC. You are literally a fraction of my nutsack.
Show us the gun.
Hey, he can
You
read
can't-
all he wants, okay?
Okay, real quick, can I answer Gibbs' question before we keep
Yeah,
bickering?
sure. Yeah,
Oh,
go
yeah.
ahead.
The
Yeah,
biggest
bring us back-
issue-
Bring us back to this like that.
And I think you guys are alluding to it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not the internet, it's the fact that the internet, like the people that were pre-internet, people like myself who grew up without even a fucking cell phone until I was like 21, we're not fully acclimated to this new system. Younger people are much more in tune with the internet. So I feel like this whole idea of like we need to get offline, talk to people more in real life. Everybody in this panel probably knows more than almost every single person I know in real life after living in 4 states over 37 years about politics. I come here to find people interested in politics like I am.
37?
Yeah.
You look so much
You're a lot-
younger.
you're
You look
actually a lot older than
great.
I
Oh my
thought, too, yeah.
God.
You guys
Yeah,
try Smash?
I think you look 80.
I
This
just-
guy looks like.
I don't
this
know
guy
if
looks
I
like
agree
Payne when he will be.
completely because I
Wait, how
think
old did you say he
people
was? 37?
sometimes do 37. I do think people
Unbelievable.
sometimes like convince themselves that
surprised if
interactions
Gibbs
with
isn't.
other people in real life are exactly the same as they are
Older
online,
than me.
especially if they've been socialized only in online spaces. I think there are a lot of people that like once they take something offline, there's just a different dynamic with people in real life than there is online. And it's not to say one is better than the other inherently, but if you're seeking out a romantic relationship, especially, you have to understand you're going to see each other in real life. You're not just going to be talking online all the time. You have to be able to get
Oh,
along
speak
in
for
real
yourself.
life.
I don't see my
And
life
there's
in
just
real
more
life.
to a person. There's just more to a person than their online persona. That's really my main
Yeah.
issue.
I mean,
Like I agree there are people that aren't
Smartest
acclimated,
take
but
at
like
night.
there are people that are 18, 19, 20 who also aren't online all the time, who also aren't like terminally online in the same way that maybe some of us are. And they're gonna think online people are fucking weird. They do think online people are weird.
Well, that's because we are,
I feel
but
like
it's
they're-
okay.
I feel like they're the new normal. Honestly. I
Well,
feel
that's
like the world
valid,
is-
but yeah.
Social media, bro, social media stars are normal celebrities now. So I feel
Well-
like social media, I think it's overlapped to the point
well,
where
I
social
put-
media is normal.
To an
I'll
extent.
say, I'll say this. I didn't realize. After doing the social media and the Twitch and like seeing some people behind the scenes, it's like really interesting, like to see how like these cultures, like mini cultures, have evolved. Like I don't know, a few years ago, if you had told me that 2 people met up and were like dated because they were on Twitch, other than like maybe like the biggest names or like in Discord calls, I would have laughed in your face. And like now, I come on here and we have the Destiny fallout from basically Discord news being leaked. Like, and it's like, and then they actually met up and they smashed and all these different girls. And it's like, if you had told me this was a real thing, I would have laughed 5 years ago. Maybe that's because I'm like out of the loop or something. But I couldn't even believe it. Versus now,
Yeah.
One day we'll
you
be
know-
able to talk about somebody else. One day.
there's a well, I'm just using it as
I
an
mean,
example.
I
I didn't
think
realize there
it's-
was. I always thought there was this like barrier between like the online and like hey, the real, and it doesn't seem like that exists anymore. It's like almost the parasocial is social.
That is,
I
that's
think
facts.
the only barrier is that people behave differently depending on like the name that they like, depending on the name that's on their profile, depending on the communities that they're a part of. that they might behave differently. And so you're not always getting the complete image of somebody and how they act in real life when you're interacting with them online.
Yeah, but
that's really the only barrier that I see.
Our whole lifetime, because look at celebrities. You think you know celebrities? No, they just show you what they want to see. That's just normal human behavior. It's just the fact that it's always online now. Like, but even on phone calls, like
Well,
how many years has it been phone, but without being online? I just feel like the world. I don't even know.
Well, I agree. I think this probably was an issue when there was an implementation of phones, and people were like falling in love on the phone, and then they meet in real life, and they'd be like, "Damn, I don't want to fuck this bitch." Like, I think this just happens when there's any sort of new technology, a new medium of interaction. It's just right now, like, we have this, massive blow up of online interactions that's kind of unprecedented. So, that's really all it is.
Facts.
Well, one thing I'm going to say is, I mean, like, as you can see in the chat, I posted, by the way, it was a graph that stated how couples meet in the United States. And right now, over 50% of people meet each other online when, in the past, like, the most common situation was through friends or work or that kind of stuff.
Marriages are drastically down, but they are significantly more lasting when they happen. I think that online data you linked shows a better way for people to come together based on personality traits and not just, hey, my friend said you like each other and you got a nice
I don't think that's the basis of how they're meeting. I think that's because people don't feel pressured to get married as early. Because when you look at the data, people get married at like 20, 22, right? That shit don't last if they've been together only a little bit of time first, right? As opposed to now, people are like, okay, I'm going to get married when I know that this is forever, when we're financially stable, when this, that, and the other. So obviously, people are going to get less married, less frequent.
But I do agree with Tyler
that that's statistical gray area of meeting my wife at a party I was invited to by another girl I met on Tinder. So I met her in real life by someone I met
on the
online.
next episode of Things That Never Happened. Show wife for she's
and I do think
I told you.
You admitted live and in person to just like gooning constantly so hard that you never need to see a real woman. Like, real?
Are you still
the E-sex,
also based, yeah. Also, it's way more efficient than like getting married.
I don't even know if the allegations if he had. Hold on. Just
he's the one alleging them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it allegations if they're admittance, like without even?
I haven't had E-sex with him. It's fucking. It's allegations.
Is he calling them allegations? They're not allegations if you said that's what happened.
Yeah. Back in my day, we used to have phone sex.
It's allegations until he personally asked to see my knockers.
Yeah, he wants to see my wife's knockers, or else I'm not married.
Hey, that's still on the table, right?
I wouldn't want to see Wonder Woman's knockers, bro. Open up that comic book. Look, here's me wife, bro. Shut the fuck up, you loser. You can't even write.
You're so creative. You can only make insults based on what you can immediately see. Wow, you are way. I've met my match.
You're in the corner of the screen, shrinking array like a fucking sleep paralysis demon. You look
no, I'm building a Warhammer miniature. Thanks, you guys give us these, by the way. Thanks.
My girlfriend loves these Warhammer miniatures. You ain't got no wife. Quit lying about your life.
No, she doesn't.
I am not excluding.
She doesn't, but I let her buy like Taylor Swift cardigans, so it's like
free the nipples.
It's one of those mutual exchanges that we were talking about.
My girlfriend loves Taylor Swift, the most popular woman artist ever.
If we want to talk about stories of meeting people that we're with, I have the probably the cringiest story, so cringe will die. Yeah, very Valentine's Day. So back in high school, I used to be one of those kids who'd be in history discords. You know, the type that there'd be a music bot in the Discord. This is like 2016 to 2018. And like people would play on the Discord, like the history discords where people would play like, what's it called? Like Serbia Strong every like 15 minutes and like random USSR anthem all the time. That kind of cringy child. I was one of those. And I was at a high school robotics competition, and who is now my husband was wearing a Soviet military surplus Ushanka, and I thought it was super cool. And at the time, I was a Maoist, so I was like,
I'm gonna vomit.
And we started talking, and now, we've been together for almost 8 years, so, you know.
You were fucking kinky in high school, weren't you? Goddamn.
I literally got up to vomit. I knew it was coming.
I want to take you guys for your honeymoon up on a helicopter.
I don't know what any of those words meant.
based. We both want to. No, I'm
I'm
joking.
take you to Cuba.
God damn.
I was waiting. Modi was just staring. He's like, I still don't even know what happened.
He's trying to
I
he's
didn't- I
trying
have
to
no
figure
clue
out
what
what he
I
can
meant.
cook
I
up
will
with
add-
and what else is in frame.
What are you talking
You know,
about?
as a terminally online person, you know, maybe if I wasn't terminally online, I would have a more healthy relationship with women. On the other hand, I don't know about Mr. Knockoff Tommy Innit, but I have the most YouTube subscribers here, and that's more valuable than any
How many
any woman.
YouTube subs do you have?
More than you, Bucko.
I mean, I don't know, but I have 1,200.
I have
which is
2,500,
more.
so quite cool.
Okay.
Damn.
Oh, damn. Okay.
How many viewers you got right now?
Don't take that from him,
Just blow
Let
you
me
out
tell
the
you,
water,
brother,
man.
you can take your big ass,
73
long nose ass
Don't
off my
take that from
face.
him.
You look like a Minecraft YouTuber, you pervert. Don't speak to me.
Wait,
Me?
no.
Well, you literally,
Let me
you do
tell
look like
you.
Tommy Innit.
Let me
Like,
tell you, non-fon, you can say you've got no pussy, okay? Non-pon. No pon-pon for you.
Oh wow, incredible.
The only
Wait,
thing
who
you
is-
know
Hey,
who is
Gibbs,
nothing
where
about
did you
picture of
find
Joe
this?
Biden.
Where did you find this comedic brilliance?
Oh, actually, true
Banned out of
story,
Ars
true
or
story.
Politics GG or something?
True story. Modi is from a roast show. It makes sense. We did roast shows, and so he's a roast streamer. He does all sorts of streaming.
He's an idiot.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you find JC listening to Drake these days. What? You don't
Wait,
like us,
isn't Drake?
JC.
Hold on, isn't Drake your favorite artist?
Why are you cooking me, bro?
Ouch. I didn't even have to say a word.
I've been listening to him Super Bowl memes. He's like,
I actually
that
didn't
good.
have anything to say there. Thanks, Gibbs.
I got you back. We got to get some fairness going
I'm
here.
not surprised that fucking Big Mouth hasn't got anything to say. You look like a character from Big Head.
Oh, got me.
Oh my.
Oh, you're getting cooked real bad now. You on the grill, little boy.
Ooh.
Honestly, I don't know if I can be bullying you. I feel like a predator, bro. You look 12.
Don, fine. Don't take it from him. Just
The big J.
What?
Hey, listen, no
I was
fun
not-
doing
Your
this.
your
who is
ruler
Tommy?
your ruler
is-
called
who
his
is-
mother
who is
money.
Tommy?
Distracted by his
Okay,
1.2
I
thousand
I
viewers.
left this motherfucker alone this whole
Exactly.
show. I left him alone the whole show, and this motherfucker is dead, big nose.
The
staring me in
Second
the face, calling me Tommy in it.
Amendment.
whoa. Whoa, 'cause I'm
Cheeseburgers.
Jewish? Whoa.
First of
Fireworks.
all, I'm also Jewish.
Red, white, and blue. Wait, what did he just say?
I'm not even
Oh my
Jewish.
god, the goat.
How could you
Modi.
claim that, bro?
I
I'm
vote
Jewish,
Modi.
Rick.
What the fuck did he just say?
yeah.
I love
Well,
money.
I think that's about as good a time to end as any. I don't fucking have anything
Holy
after
shit.
that. But perfect timing here, because Modi is hosting a show tomorrow.
I don't
Paul?
know any of these people here. Don't even,
Yeah,
I don't
well-
even want to shout. You know,
Hey, Modi, we're brothers now.
If I see
That's
anybody
okay, buddy.
now
I've had
in
plenty.
my
I've
chat,
had my
you're
share,
getting
my
permanently
fill.
banned.
Okay, you're all good.
Listen,
Tell 'em
JC,
what you do
you
tomorrow.
better hope I never come on this show again, because you will never live this down. You got bullied by a non-political, bro.
You're right. I got.
I took your ball and I kicked
owned.
it into the goal, okay? Cristiano
Absolutely,
Ronaldo on your ass.
absolutely based.
Next time I'm here, you better pull your wife up.
Oh,
or she's
true,
fake.
true. No, she's not real. You got me.
I want your wife to
She
say,
lives in
I
Canada
am
and goes
JC's
to another
wife.
school. You got me. I'm sorry. I
And
lied.
it's funny that you talk about gun licenses, but you
I
can't
live
even
in
get
Canada,
one.
too.
You absolute
I'm so
fraud.
sorry,
You play with
everybody.
Nerf guns, little
It's time to
man.
come clean.
What school do you go to?
It's the
You
other
look like
one
the
in
Game of
Canada.
Thrones
I go to the
dwarf.
other one.
You
She
look
didn't
like the
go to
Game
my
of Thrones
school.
dwarf.
She goes to.
Well,
Okay,
this has been a very productive panel today. I'm
What
very
the
happy.
fuck
Anyway,
did
Modi,
you
tell us what the show is
expect?
tomorrow.
No more microbangs. I
Yeah,
just wanted
no
to
more
comment that.
No micro bangs.
This motherfucker is Tyrion Lannister
Idiot.
talking shit to me. Don't speak to me, Tyrion. Alright, show tomorrow is about it's about something that most of you don't understand with your imaginary wives. It's about finding love for a wonderful, beautiful Asian woman called Alice. She is a passport bro. She's a Canadian and she's looking to outsource somewhere else. So if you want to watch someone else find what you guys struggle to, there you go. Tomorrow, Gibbs is going to be on there. He might be the winner.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
Before,
gonna be very
before
entertaining.
anything, I know Margin Buck has been talking on my nuts this whole time. You still got that big cock in your mouth from last time, little bro. Take another 6-month break from the chat.
Based.
Alright. Anyway, that's it from me. Goodbye.
Okay, that's wonderful.
American only panel. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't ever let that guy back on. No more until he gets his green card. Okay.
I thought he was funny, but yeah, disgusting foreigner.
Ethnic
Absolutely.
supremacy
Yeah,
only.
fantastic.
Where the fuck
Yeah.
did the thing go?
America first, please, Gibbs.
America first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jesus
Mhm.
Christ.
Yeah, so it was. I found it very entertaining.
Well, I'm not MAGA,
Going
but I
on.
think I
Where'd
get
Brittany
I think I
Griner
get
go?
camped last. I think that was the agreement we had.
Camp last.
Yeah, I get sent to the
Did
camps
we lose Brittany
last.
Griner?
Oh, good. I hope.
Well, no, I'm sorry. They don't really like women, Katya. I'm sorry. I hate to
I
bring
just
it
wanted
to
to
you,
point
but
out,
ooh.
like, I come from a different generation. Like, you guys get to e-goon online and do that e-sex stuff. Back in my day, we had to use a landline. Your mom could pick up the phone and hear you having phone sex with your girlfriend
that-
at 14.
Your mom.
Bad time.
Do you remember the track phones where it was like like 50 cents, like a minute, like a half a minute?
Yes.
Like, that shit was awful, bro.
I still buy heroin through one.
Yeah,
Bro.
well,
Jesus Christ, Tyler.
in GTA, obviously.
In
Grand Theft Auto, yeah.
Roblox.
Oh,
In
my-
Minecraft.
From a minor.
that was a good. What?
In Minecraft, from a minor.
And Minecraft, there's minors in Minecraft.
Yeah, Gibbs. Don't you play
Jesus.
video game? Come on, granddad.
Christ, bro.
You only play League of fucking Legends? Oh my god.
I play lots of
Same.
games. I play a lot of
Yeah,
games.
like what?
Specifically with women because I'm toxic. That's mainly the favorite one. It's just be
Oh, you
problematic
play
all
games
time.
with women, I see.
It's a secret. Yeah,
Sounds inappropriate.
yeah.
I
It's called chess.
understand.
You might have heard it. Carl, you ever heard of that? Chess, poker. These are good games. you know?
Does it require like the weird sex dice? I'm scared.
Don't worry about it. You know, it's what are you on the feds? Goddamn, bro.
I ain't no
we're not
fed. I'm just how you do, fellow
we ain't
kids.
getting no exposés over here. Yeah, that was good. It was good. But on that note, I'm going to read out into someone who's streaming though. Still, non-fun, but tell me, y'all gonna be streaming for a while. Which one? Either one?
I'm gonna be getting off in a little bit. So
Non-fun, you be streaming for a while.
he
I
needs
don't
it.
know. Let me.
He needs a
let me
raid.
check.
Do it.
Yeah, I'll
He
stream
needs
for a
it.
little bit. I'll be gaming, but I'll be streaming.
He'll do
I
it for
need
the
it.
raid. He'll
Epic-
literally
epic
stay
game.
live.
For the
Know
end.
that you
We gotta
raid
get
him.
those. We gotta get those many YouTube subscribers up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm sad we didn't get any tits.
Yeah, we gotta get those viewers to stay around sometime.
Yeah, we gotta get them
What
hang
about
out
the
a
knockers?
lot.
It's weird.
Oh yeah, now I want. Yeah, everybody's been getting their cats. Now I want to go get my cat.
I want some knocker.
My cat can't come in the
Yes.
basement
Nah.
because there's fucking dirt and filth down here.
She's
Oh wait,
such a
I'm
long
sorry, my
cat, too.
prison,
Look at
my
that.
prison cell.
I'm gonna get my cat.
Oh my god, Pentuple, your fucking cat is
Of course my cat is,
adorable.
Yeah.
Oh,
Little
okay.
Susie
Beautiful cat.
Is that a
Oh
chick?
my, oh my
brings
god.
everything together.
Oh, it looks like my cat's parent. Mom.
Buckaroo's cat is also.
Very rarely you get to see
adorable.
Valentina.
Oh my god.
This is Valentina Rasputina. She has her nails in me right now. She does not like. being
Bro,
held.
my
Wow,
black
you
cat
have-
also does not like
Pet
to be held.
yourself. Pet yourself. You have an animal too.
I put her away
Animals.
because
I'm holding a.
This is how we bond at the end of the
I'm
night.
holding a Grey Knight's Nemesis Dread Knight.
Did any of you guys go abroad to get your cat? I swear
Did
to
you
God.
passport, bro, to get your cats?
Did you passport bro your cat?
Holy shit.
I got
No,
shut
I
I got my
people.
cat
Wait, what the
from like a shelter a couple miles away.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't even
Fair.
want a cat. And my ex-wife, we were sitting there in the middle of a hurricane in Houston, Harvey, and the mom for this cat comes, runs in, and gives birth in our house. And I was like, oh, she goes, we got to keep some kittens. And now we have I had 3 cats.
Nice.
And you have Garfield.
And
Wait,
now I get cats. Well,
Gibbs is a cat lady.
yeah, cat. Well, I only have 2 now.
Oh.
Mom died eventually, but hey, I don't think we're gonna occupy anymore. Once you get 3, you're definitely a cat lady. That's not good. I think that's
I
definitely
don't know where my other
minimum
cat
number.
is.
I have one. And I grew up with dogs actually. I just
Same.
got a cat because my dad is deathly allergic. So when I moved out, I was like, I'm getting a cat. That's really the
They're-
only reasoning behind it.
They're very like so. I just like dog that that's like husky, like a couple weeks, and they're very. It's very hard to like go from cats to dogs because cats just like so much easier to take care of, like than dogs are.
One day,
'Cause, like,
when I have
dogs,
a job
like,
that
need
lets
a
me have more
gentle-
free time, I want a German Shepherd.
I'm gonna get my
again.
other cat.
I love German Shepherds.
Oh yeah. I want another
fucking
big dog when
beautiful.
when I'm in a place to get a big dog.
I want a dog that is like really nice, but when you come up to the house, it scares the shit out of you.
Yeah, yeah. I have a dog like that. But that's just because he's scared of
If
everybody.
you
Good
have a
chow chow,
shotgun
like,
and you
they
get a
also
German
scares
the
Shepherd,
shit
you'll
out of
never
the
need to
snow.
use the shotgun.
Yeah, just get chow chow,
Yeah.
shave it in the shape of a lion.
Bro, ain't nobody
That's
scared of a little
so
chow chow. Ain't nobody scared of a little dog you could punt into a wall if
Yeah.
it came at you. You need something that's gonna jump
Oh,
at you
little
and
one, the
tear your
big one.
fucking
Yeah, big
throat
one.
out.
My dog eats
Got my other
babies.
one.
I believe that,
I-
Tyler.
Oh.
That's what pit bulls are bred for.
I grew
This
up
is
with
the
a
usual
Rottweiler
cat I
Malamute,
have.
so it was like it had like Rottweiler colors, but it was like big and fluffy like a Malamute, and it was like a size of a bear. It was like insane.
Malamutes are
Small bear.
when I worked at the kennel, we used to board a Malamute pretty consistently, and she could I'm 6'2". She could sit up and put her paws on my shoulders and look me in the eyes. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't get to yell.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go get some games in.
Oh.
Thank you all so much for coming. Buckaroo, next
Thank
time we'll
you.
have a more serious panel for you. But thanks for joining us on more
Yeah.
I was like, I felt bad because of course, and then once y'all had Pisco show up too, I was like, oh, this is good. We have serious debate people in here for a
From
total
me.
dick around panel. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I like. Everybody coming, but yeah, thanks for coming. It was fun. Appreciate it.
Thanks for
Thanks for
inviting
going.
me. I'm looking forward to future panels.
Bet.
Fuck around panels and serious ones.
Good. Thank you all for coming. Later.
Bye.
I could love a good fuck around panel.
Yeah,
I've been
people.
so sick lately. I
Yeah.
haven't been able to do research or keep up with the news. So
That was nice.
Yeah.
It was serious yesterday.
It
I've
was
been
nice to blow off the
Yeah.
steam.
I've been on the exact opposite, honestly. I've been like, someone else is going to have a conversation with some other guy who talks politics on YouTube. So I've been helping him do research, and I've just been going crazy on a deep dive. So
Hey,
I'm,
non-fun,
like,
you
the
talked to
exact
Rob
opposite.
Noor recently, yeah? How was that?
Woo. Was that on the Darius
We
thing?
didn't talk that long. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it was fun
You have
for the little
the
bit we did
most
talk.
masochistic blunt rotations on your stream possible.
Yeah, I
Non-fun
talked
and
to Rob like
Darius.
3 times and gave
Or
up.
not non-fun. Rob Noor and Darius. Fuck me.
I mean,
mean-
that argument that people were making about how Redact is just for sex predators, whatever, is the dumbest shit on planet Earth.
Girl.
Okay, so is a VPN. Okay, so is Google. I don't know what to tell you. Okay.
Is that what Rob Noor thinks?
No.
No, some other people were.
guy.
Oh. I
Yeah.
was gonna say I don't think.
I don't know.
that-
He confronted
I must
Dan
have
on
missed
it.
that part of it. Oh.
I
The
edited
Rob
the
Noor
video
thing
for
was
Darius.
after.
You what now?
Got a whole $15 for it. So I edited that
that
video
guy.
for Darius.
That's blood money.
That guy can suck my dick.
And
sorry.
raids, okay? Okay, the raids are more important. Don't worry.
All right. See you guys next week. If you need me, hit me up. Otherwise, I'll be making Liberal Cluck look like a fool in the group
That's
chat.
pretty easy.
Hey.
All right.
Bye.
I love you. Jesus is love. Bye.